Unmute yourself, boyo. You'll do it. How you doing, Craig?
Yeah, not too bad, Martin. You?
Yeah, it's been a fucking hectic time as well. Crazy time. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, perfect.
For me, please.
Sorry?
Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, say 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
Oh, that's it, thanks. Yeah, I was knocking up the headphones. I didn't get a bed till 5, did I? I was up all fucking night again and didn't go to bed. So I didn't get up till 1 and then I didn't even do anything I was supposed to do. Nothing's happened.
Sometimes that's the way it goes, though, isn't it?
I couldn't. There was too much happening. I just couldn't go to bed. I hate to miss anything. And I was just not on a show, just in a hangout with all the guys, like, you know, Ace, Conk, Crow. And
Okay.
it was good. So it's better like that. We didn't record it on anything. It wasn't live. It's just if you find that the conversation gets a lot better when you're not thinking about what people might be thinking about you. Because you've got to watch what you're saying. Because people think all sorts of crap, you know? So, not easy. Not easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was wondering what the government were going to be doing with me. I thought they might get back on the table. You want to see their attacks today? Boy, oh boy, I had a shock this morning. There's two particular people. One guy reckons he's a professor. They're coming at me hard. I got this other guy by the name of Suzuki. I thought, oh my God, the Japanese have got in contact. Oh no, this guy. He's in Lawrence Wright's and Lottie Fry's camp. Oh, they're not going on about you, Matt. They're just saying that you look like, don't you realise you look like a lovesick puppy when you're talking about Patricia? That's what he's saying to me, anyway, honest to God. Blah, 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 blah. Going on about the equinoxes. And I said, look, I haven't even answered him yet, I haven't had time. But what I will say is, Lawrence Wright is as critical thinking as a scientist, and he's not willing to think outside the box for the second to think that anything else might be going on.
Yeah. I mean, you get a lot of people like that, though, right?
He's a knob, man. He's a knob. Gives you all that. He gives everyone all that and gets caught out. He did it to David Weiss, and David Weiss was in chat. He was giving him all that. And Nathan said, David's in chat, by the way. And he went, oh, really? Oh, no. Nice. And David's like, I want a word with you now on Hangout. It's what he's like.
Yeah.
But I don't take no notice of them. I don't think them as valid. I think that they cause trouble, division, and they do nothing good. Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to be like that, do you, really? You know.
They might be under wages, you don't know.
Yeah.
There's like, I think John LeBon's under wages. Otherwise, why would he sacrifice so much time to debunking us? Why?
Yeah.
Who gets up in the morning and thinks, well, we know why we're doing what we're doing. Imagine it from their side. Why'd you get up in the morning and think, right, I'll get in the flat earth community, I'll hang around their chat rooms and their chat and their shows all day, every day, never miss a show, just to go on about crap.
Yeah.
They got to be on wages.
Yeah, they got to.
Would you do it? Would you do it? Because I wouldn't.
No way, definitely not.
Well, and I don't know anybody who would either. Do you?
No, I wouldn't.
So it must be wages. I can't think who'd do it.
Well, I suppose that's the only time you sort of would do something like that is if you're getting paid.
Like that Jed guy in Scotland. He's really, really lovely to me. And then I posted 2 of his videos live and got him like 100 subscribers. Just helped him out. And then he's just dishing me really bad on a video. The problem with that is he just turned from lovely to me to really evil to me and insipid in like a month solid. How do you know he's not on wages? How do you know they don't approach people? How do you know?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. That's the thing, though, do you?
I don't know. I just some people come out of the woodwork and like people are showing up now, aren't they? There's new people that come to my site every day. They've just discovered it and they've come into the flat earth movement, but they're confused. They've watched certain videos and it's led them down one road and they're like, right, well, I've gone down this road, I realise it's flat, and I realise it's an awakening. Now, where do I go from here? This seems to be a big problem with a lot of people. Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
It's a movement, but where does it move me to? A brick wall, the ice wall. What we can't sort of done is, because there's no space as such anymore, we've limited ourselves, haven't we? Well, before we had the imagination of what could be out there on different worlds, but now we got the imagination of what could be on said supposed ice wall. So we've sort of limited it as well as opened it a different course of imagination, which is beautiful and great fun, but it's as weak as their bullshit globe model.
Yeah, exactly.
In reality, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
We
It's
know
crazy.
we know what we know, and we know that this space is bullshit. We know they're not up there. We know this because we just can tell. Once you get the eyes for it, you can tell. But I just can't help thinking, Craig, there's a bigger picture going on with all this. I can't help thinking God has reached out to us, or Mother Nature, or Mother Earth, or whatever it is. We were discussing it last night in Conk Show, in Ace's hangout,
Okay.
and it was really bouncing around well as well, you know.
Mm.
The buzz was really, really good. The perception was good too. Just trying to come up with ideas of what could be happening here, because it's significant. You don't get this in any other movement. You don't get this in 9/11 or Sandy Hook movement. You don't get none of this in the Krishna consciousness. You don't get this in the Hare Krishnas. You don't get this in the Mormons. You don't get this in the Jehovah's Witnesses. You just don't get this. It's normal people. Everybody completely different in personalities. You know, we couldn't be more different, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we all got something in common. A hat. Are all in the right place. So I'm thinking maybe if all of us were like creatures of light entities, and we all reached out and found one another via the ether, the internet. You know, like Jazz said on his post this morning, right? You know, the ether and cyberspace, I don't think there's too much between them either, because, you know, they're telling us here, the ether, the Ethernet cable, the information's going through the ether. So I think it can be played with on the internet using the mind as much as the reality out there as well.
Yeah.
I think the internet can be influenced.
Yeah, definitely.
To want for a better word. Yeah?
Definitely.
So tell me about what's been going on in your life, because I'm really busy, me.
Well, at the moment, not too much, but there was a fake Russian vids coming to me and saying really bad things to me.
Yeah, don't take a notice of him. He's been round a while.
Has he? I've never seen him before.
Oh, haven't you? Oh, no. I incurred him about a month back, and I knew at an instant there's no way that Avi would speak to me like that. That's not Avi. And I knew at an instant.
Yeah. No, because the real Russian vid sent me a message saying, that's okay, I know it's not me, but thanks anyway, you know what I mean? So I knew it was a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, apart from that, I've learned how to do like movie making from yesterday, and I put a few videos up. Don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah.
What did you think? Were they rubbish?
No, they're not rubbish. None of them. How can it be fucking rubbish when you're just talking about your life experience? This is why people are watching it. This is what people want. This is not the television. This is the alternative media with real people's experiences, is it not? So that's what appeals to me through it. I'm not really all that appealed to sort of. I don't want to go on the internet and see Michael Vsauce. I find him insipid. So, you know, any posh videos like that. Although I have seen a couple of good websites just lately, I got to be honest.
Yeah.
But from a capitalist angle, and I'm a big anti-capitalist. I got people wanting me to do a hangout. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to find the time I am, Craig.
Yeah.
I've been able to. Not this week. I haven't been able to. I thought, well, I punched out about 4 vids in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I've done that to try and leave myself a window to kill into this pile of flyers that I'm putting out, which kept me up all night.
How's that going anyway?
Well, if it had been thousands, I'd have had to hand somebody else an email. I would have had to put another email up. Somebody else would have had to give me a hand with it all, because the logistics of it pathetic. I'm up all night. I sleep for 3 hours. I wake up and it's full again. I'm not complaining. It's brilliant, but if it was more than that, I wouldn't be able to cope. I'd have to have somebody help me, or maybe more than one person help me with the overflux of flyers. Thousands have gone out, and there's about another. Only about 20 this morning, but it's better than none.
Yeah.
About 50, 70, 100 a day's been the max. But each one send them out to 50 of their friends alternatively. So by that, they're reaching thousands, and they are all over the place. So,
are you going to print some up and take them out as well?
Well, all you have to do is stick the data, they're in PDF form, on a memory stick or an SD card. You can take it to your local library. They can print them off there. Or you can, basically, if you haven't got a printer, you can take them to Tesco's, do it, or any local printers, Vista Print or Proto Print or one of them. And they'll just take the data off and print them off. And it's dead cheap. You know, an A4 a pack on Amazon's like £2 for like, I don't know, hundreds of sheets. It's not dear. Although if you do it in a post office, 10p a print out is crap. I've got a printer, a copy printer, but I've run out of ink.
Yeah, me too.
And I haven't had the time to get the cartridges.
Yeah.
But I will, because I got a Pixma, a Canon Pixma. That will come in really handy around now, I reckon. Especially with these flyers. And look what I got, Craig. Flat Earth tape.
Yeah, I saw that on one of your videos.
Yeah, Craig, James sent it to me. It's on my front door, on the window. Right? Cool. So if anyone, I don't know if you can see that, or you can, if the wires, yeah, you can. Right? My front door, flat Earth, right?
Yeah.
See it on the window? No, really.
Not really. No.
Right, it says flat Earth on my front door, so if anybody knocks, you know, postman, coppers, whatever, I'll just say, yeah, flat Earth. My neighbour said to me yesterday, he said, how can you be so stupid to believe that? So I said to him, from the bat, I said, go on then, right now, here and now, without reaching for the telly or the newspaper, here and now, prove to me you're on a globe.
Yeah.
Well, of course we're on the globe. And you went to point to the ISS that's not there. I said, no. You prove to me right now, sitting in this chair, right, that you are on a globe. Well, obviously I can't. I said, yeah, I know, because what have you got to show you you're on a globe? The pictures they show you in the papers, yeah. The newsprint, yeah. The films, yeah. So everything that they've shown you, yeah? Yeah. So nothing with your own eyes, no? Well, yeah, I seen the curve out of a plane window. No, you never, because they will tell you you have to be at a certain, even if there was a curve, they will tell you you have to be above V2 bomber height, which is 72,000 foot, to even see respective curve, if there was a curve. You can't see a curve from a plane window. There is the argument about, you know, sight, line of sight, but the fact still remains that when you're up 30,000 foot, you are not looking down a ball, are you?
Exactly.
You know, but they keep forgetting that. They won't. They miss that completely. So always the ISS. That is their cast iron evidence that there is outer space, because Tim Peake is on there, and he's got gravity. You've seen he's floating stuff. I said, yeah, but we've seen him in front of a blue screen. Can you see what they're doing with Hollywood pictures? They can do absolutely anything with a Hollywood picture.
And the thing with that is it does look good as well, the way they do it. Yeah, but they can fool you.
But I've got footage, YouTube, taken 2 months ago in a lab in Holland, where they're using Hutchinson effect technology, and they're levitating a frog. Now, this is just a couple of students in the lab, right? Now, they can do Hutchinson effect in a lab. I'm sure NASA are doing it, and they are years ahead of everything we got. So they're using it. They're using Hutchinson effect technology, 0G, and if in this lab or wherever they are, to get these water balls to look like they're in. Or I could be completely wrong, and it's all CGI, and there's nothing there really at all.
Yeah.
Which could well be the case.
I did.
Because sorry.
Go on.
No, you go on, Craig.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about the fourth wall. I don't really get it.
Yeah, what you want to know? Oh, the Kobayashi map.
Essentially, what is the fourth wall?
Right. Okay. Now, we'll use the analogy of the moon landings then. Okay. Have you ever seen the film Capricorn 1 at all?
Nah.
Oh, there's a film you need to see. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
So just write it down, Capricorn 1, and it's basically what goes on. Now, when you see the moon landing, for example, you see the background, which we know is a Stanley Kubrick backdrop, and you will see the immediate characters, but you will never see what is behind you, because what is behind you is the fourth wall, where all of the cameramen and all of the production crew are all standing. You will never see the fourth wall in movies. If you watch a play on the television, I'll give you an example, Coronation Street. You think that they're in The Rover's Return and they're in a bar. What? No, they're in a studio and there's a fourth wall. You never see that the cameras and the production crew are all standing there. That is the fourth wall. Yeah?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
It's something we never see. You can use it in any context of the way that they portray reality. Oh God, in a political context, in something they've done in a false flag, you will never see the fourth wall, which is basically anomalous. It's the field that they play of action that you never see. And they use it in the moon landings. They use it in freaking Bay of Tolkien, all of the false flag events. And it's the fourth wall effect. You never see what's going on. You only see the three walls in front of you, the studio, or whatever it is in front of you that is portrayed. This is the fourth wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it can go deeper because it goes into, it's many layers and it goes into social dynamics. Because, as I said, the fourth wall analogy can be used in so many different contexts in life. It's being used, this fourth wall is being used in the, basically the global lie. In all contexts, they are using it. We don't see it. We know of it, but we don't see it. Because we see this side of the camera, you see. That way. What's happening this side, behind your camera, where the camera behind, that's the fourth wall. You need to watch Capricorn 1. It'll give you some insight into what's really going on.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at that.
It's basically same as the moon landings, only with Mars. And the guy, the main character, James Brolin, he realizes that it's a fake. They're not. They pull him off the spaceship, and you're not really going there. He's like, "What? Yeah, it's a scam. Yeah, we're conning the whole public. What?" And he don't want to play. He's like, "There's no way he's playing it." And he does a runner with his, his co-pilot into the desert, and he's chased by the military. They want to kill him, and it's a manhunt. But it's exactly what happens with the moon land. Well, not exactly, but it's them just putting it out there in open sight. This is what happened with the moon landings. So then you watch that film and think, well, that can't have possibly happened with the moon landings because they're putting it in plain sight there. They're not going to do that, are they? You know? You want to see it. If you watch that film, you think to yourself, Jesus Christ, how did they let that out? Especially with what we know now. Is you need to see it. It's made in about 1972, it was. It's, yeah, you've seen it, yeah? It's a real good film. Well made too. I tell you another film you need to see. Network. Have you seen that?
Who was in it?
Peter Finch.
It sounds familiar, Network.
It's from 1970s as well, early 70s, and he's an anchorman in the news in a studio, and he cracks in the end, and he basically tells everybody on the camera what's really going on with the media. I mean, you watch that film, and they tell you it all in that. They spill the beans about it all. You know nothing. The government give you a narrative all countries run with. You never know the real story. You are the masses. You are just fed a banquet of bullshit, none of which is true, right? They know what's going on, but you never will. We got no need to know. We're the masses. Did the plane crash 2 days ago, Craig? Do you think that's real? 66 dead? 66 dead? Really?
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like shocked. I was like, yeah, really, come on.
Because you know about, it equates to 33 as well in 1, 2, 3 in Pythagorean numerology. It'll still equate to the devil's number. So we know anything with 66, 33 is then. mocking us. We know this, okay? As soon as I seen it, I thought, oh, what is it, 33 dead? They said, no, 66. I knew it before I seen it. It's them. And they show you this really cheesy media footage of the military, what they've dragged out of the Mediterranean, and it's parts of chairs ripped to shreds. Now, if a plane spirals and slams into the water, are things disintegrated? I don't think they are they? I think they might be concertinaed a bit, but I don't think it needs to be ripped to shreds by the impact of water. Not inside the fuselage, not really. So they're saying, oh, it could be the battery of a laptop. That's their nearest theory at the moment. Battery of a laptop could have exploded in the cargo hold, causing the plane to explode and plummet to the ground. It's fucking stupid. You know what they're doing, don't you? That is going to be a next policy. They'll use that for the next policy. I don't know what the policy exactly will be. Probably the need for a military presence in the Suez Canal. There's a wild guess. How about that? In a precursor for getting the next country we haven't got yet on the 33rd parallel, which would be Iran. What do you think?
It's very possible.
You check along the 33rd parallel, the places of significance that are on it. You got all the battles, all the wars. You got Syria, bang on the 33rd. You've got the Afghanistan, Iraq, all on 33rd. Go straight through both the Khyber Pass, bang through the 33, and then you follow it through Asia. It sticks right smack bang on Angkor Wat, other mystical sites. You go through America, it's bang on the Hoover Dam, bang on Roswell. Roswell sits on the 33rd. That's why I know that's a lie. Just you want to check the map. So many places on the 33rd that just scream that they're just making it all up.
Yeah.
It's all a lie. It's all a play. Do you know what, Craig? You won't like this. I don't know if this will appeal to you. I was in the post office back about an hour ago, and I couldn't get served. I had to walk out. There was a girl in front of me being served, and she never had no much money, and she had this little kid with her. And he's all coming, and I want that, and I want that, and she's like, I haven't got it, and she scratched off a £5 scratch card, and she won £16. And she gave it to the woman, and she said, I'll have another half a dozen scratch cards. She didn't want the money, just want another half a dozen. And then stood there in the queue whilst she basically played, scratching them off. I'll just stand here, or you can all wait there. I'll scratch these off with my screaming kid there and play, give you money. 16 quid, and she never give the kid a cent. Oh, I was cringing. I thought, I can't stand this. But that's what they're like, man. How can you... I just couldn't do it. That's me. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't win all that. I wouldn't gamble anyway, but if I did, I wouldn't bloody put it back in, give it back to them, would you?
Well, that's what gamblers do, though, don't they?
Yeah.
They always put it back on.
They do. I bet she never won one of them she got back, Craig. All the other...
Yeah, probably not.
I bet you. Any money. I bet 16 quid and she give it all back. All that's going to Canada, you know. They bought Camelot, a Canadian company. It goes to the Canadian education system, but considering we're all in the same club, that makes no difference.
Yeah, exactly.
The Queen owns a lot of Canada. She owns 2 swaves of it, doesn't she? So, it's all the same. Crazy, isn't it? Go on then, talk, boyo. I talked all day. Oh,
well, you're explaining stuff, so I was letting you explain.
Well, I told you what a fourth wall is about, and this is about social dynamics. There's a lot of areas to cover in that subject, no, Craig?
Yeah.
You could cover religion, esoteric subjects, but it's loosely based, and the reason is because with the fourth wall, you don't have to be critical-minded. It's not just think about science, and you can think outside the box. So that's the good thing about that show. It's not just one set idea, you know? Flat Earth, and this is it. It'll be all different. Like you said, social dynamics, how the movement, you know. This is social commentary for the movement, is what it is.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it got good content compared to some of the other stuff I've seen. I think it's pretty good. At least it's fun. You know, I thought it was pretty good anyway, but I'm biased because I'm in it. But did you see that song Sneaky Ninja released, Craig?
No, I don't think I did.
It's a rap song with Patricia Steele in it, and
Oh,
and it's good. It's good. It's a bit weird, like, because you see bits of her, like she's a pharaoh sitting on a golden toilet with a guy sort of fanning her down like this. It's comical. She liked it.
Yeah.
It's funny. Halfway in it, I'm in it. Going ninja like that. I know. I only listened to it and I thought, that sounds like me. No, it can't be. Yeah, that sounds like me. No, it can't be. Let's have a look, because I was listening to it whilst I was on chat. And then I looked at it and oh, God, it is me.
Mm.
Way back. Have a look how quick my hair grows. Craig, look at my hair back 2 months ago. It's about that short.
Yeah,
and that's only
I remember. Yeah,
2 months.
yeah.
I'll be like that now.
My hair. It
Is it?
goes quick? Yeah, apart from the ball patch, of course.
But it still goes mental quick. Round here as well on the chin.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll have a beard by tea time if I don't shave. I got to shave twice a day,
yeah.
morning and afternoon. Otherwise, I'll be like Grizzly Adams by tea time. Don't tell me you can't remember Grizzly Adams.
No.
What? How old are you, Craig?
40.
All right, you're too young. Grizzly Adams was a man who lived out in the wilderness with a bear. He was an American.
Oh yeah,
and he lived in
I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, he lived in a log cabin and he lived with nature. It was a beautiful program. Every single episode was really good. I gotta be honest. Yeah, I got some crazy shit coming my way today, Craig. In hate sense.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I told you I woke up to their new attack model, and it's a scientist who tells me he's a scientist, and I click his icon, and indeed it says that he's a scientist. And how can I be so fucking stupid? Blah 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 blah. All of it. I've got too many comments to go through, so I'll have to work through them later. But yeah, I seen them last night before I went to sleep. I thought, well, I'm not going to go to sleep on that. I don't acknowledge them anymore, you see, Craig, because they are not flat earthers and they're not in the light.
Yeah.
So exactly. Why do I have to engage? It's just bad entities, but it's bad. It's just like energy vampires. I seen Jazz Sinclair this morning, right? He makes a post. And he's been attacked a little bit by the trolls have come in and visited his comments pages, and one or two people are making little nasty videos about him. And he's like, I can literally, he's tough as fuck, but I can literally see an effect in him. And I'm hoping that he doesn't, get involved in any of that. So, because I have, and it'll wear you out quick.
Yeah.
I mean, their energy, they'll suck the energy right out of you.
Yeah, because it happened to me the other day. I was, I done a video, and then, like, as I said, that fake Russian vids came on and just started sucking the energy out of me.
What did he say?
And then he was just swearing, saying you're a effing idiot in Wisconsin.
Oh, I don't take notice of that. Oh no, the abuse I don't take notice of. It's the intellectual debaters that insist I answer them. They're the assholes. They're the hard work. But like I said, they want to think out of the box, and I can't really argue science. It's really hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the answers. I just, to be honest, I've hit the stage now with it all. I've been doing it for so long. I can't be bothered. I know it sounds terrible, but I just don't want to have to just say it all over again to you. It's like this guy who's come at me. I've been seeing the likes of him for nearly a year now, so not good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when you talk about people like that, they come to me as well and want me to answer their questions, and I just, I'm not bothered. I just leave them.
Well,
can't deal with
I can't be dealing with every comment soon anyway, because I'm getting too many subs and it's taking too much time. I can't, to deal with all comments, but only the real important ones. The rest is like a good percentage of my comments are good most days, and then they come in swaves, and then they will be the overwhelming percentage of comments will be evil dudes. And it's by design.
Yeah.
I can see straight through it. It's so simple to see through. And I know it is. I know exactly what it is. It's a coordinated attack trying to unsettle me and unbalance me and getting me worried or get me scared or get me something. And it does nothing because I can see it for what it is and I bounce it straight back at him.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Just leave them to their mad devices and just get on with what you got to do.
Like I said, Craig, who gets up in the morning to go to the extent? That guy, whoever he is, posted that at midnight his time in America. So who made the effort to write out that long narrative over and over and over and over again, unless he's copy and pasted, my way?
Yeah.
In the middle of the night. That doesn't seem normal to me.
It's not, mate. It's not normal at all.
Is it? So what do you think's going on?
Well, they know you've got something on them, and they don't like it.
I am an annoying person, though. I can get that, and I do get on people's nerves. I can get that. It's honesty. People don't like honesty, Craig. So Shay's in chat. Go kidnap his ass. Get him in here. Tinfoil Hatter and Flat Earth Vancouver, BC, boyo, and Grick and Michael Clooney and Flat Earth Hub, who's been banging them videos out. I'm not all through them yet. I heard there's too many, but they are bloody good, mate. I'm really enjoying them, but there's about 4 yet to go. I'm finding time. I'll watch them later. They are good.
Yeah, I was just
hello?
Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, basically, I was just going to do a one-on-one with people, because when you have like more than 2 or 3 people, it gets a bit hectic.
Yeah, it can do, unless people that behave can take turns. And you get somebody like sort of moderating and, you know, basically doing the MC thing. And then it works out. It's all right if a crowd works for bouncing around ideas, and one-on-one works as well for what that achieves too, because 2 people can bounce around. Yes, Greg, 2 people can bounce around. T-Foiler, I'm going to get on to you as soon as I can, brother. All right. Team Foil Hat or Team Foil Hat in chat. He's a guy who makes my cool vids for me. Yeah, okay. And helps me with my shit. He's like my mate, my co-worker, helps me with this, and he puts maximum effort in and gets no wreck.
Yeah.
So now, seeing Foil Hatter, hats off to you, brother, for all you do. You don't want any recognition, but you got it because he does a lot of work in the background for Flat Earth. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't do it all, but me, I'd have to fucking be 6 of me to be able to do it all. I get help by people in the background that helps me, my friends.
Well, at least there's people out there to help. Do you know what I mean?
But I've had to have trusted people. Like, it's taken a while, Craig, to get trusted friends like that I know I'm safe with info and such. Because some of the info that comes my way, it may be sensitive, to say the least. In fact, I know it is.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't say all on screen, obviously, Craig. You know.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, of course.
But you know, it's a tricky game.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy.
Yeah, because it's a 3-dimensional game, and with people in a skyscraper playing this with us, you know.
Yeah.
They're all there every day. It's their job. They're paid. And the reason I know this is because I seen a video back 2 weeks ago with Hillary Clinton admitting openly that they do it. She didn't exactly say the flat earthers, but she said we have basically skyscrapers full of people, and their job is to infiltrate chat rooms, chats on Hangouts and other, formats to interfere with what she said was political or terrorist or whatever that they're watching, or just people with political ideals. So she didn't state flat earthers, but I feel what else could it be than the conspiracy truther movement and the flat earthers? So they do. Yeah. She admitted it clearly that they send people in these chat rooms And 90% of the people that comes my way are blank and no characters, and you click their icon, you get on their site, and they've got no subs. Always the fucking same. Always.
I got a few those recently as well. In fact, today I got one of them.
That's why it tells you that they're not real. And I'll always say to them now, I'll say, come, I'll answer you, come back to me with your real name and your real face, right, like I am, because I'm paying you the same respect. Come back to me with the face and the name, and then we'll talk. They never do. Ever. Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for that, though.
Yeah. Maybe one of them will be a bit brave and do it.
No, it hasn't happened. People attack me intellectually if they can, because the nasty threats don't work. So they've worked out that they got to try other stuff because I don't scare easy. It's really weird. Bring it on. The more people, the more shit they give me, the more fucking attention it gives me. So bring it on. Oh, Vancouver, same you, brother. Man with passion. Man with passion. Fucking love it. He's like a man with passion over there in Alaska, and he feels it in there. He knows what goes down, and I'm like that over here. Only I'm a bit more, how can I say, appeasable. I like to keep people happy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What I like to do is go into the movement, just heal everything, but I feel that it's not healable. There's some rips in the movement that's just never going to be healed, never going to be able to be. And what it can lead to in the future, I can only wonder. More people come online all the time. More people are discovering this by the day. I know this because they come in my way, a lot of them. So, don't know. Another 6 months. Could be in a good place, I think, maybe. Depends on us.
Yeah. Where do you think this flat Earth is going from this point on? Because I feel it's a bit stale at the moment.
Yeah, of course. It's because I just said we just limited our ideals and our ideas. But what we got to do is focus our ideas, like Vancouver, BC, states, with productive ways on breaking this bastard, except for making posts on the videos. Now, I can't say you can all chip money in and fucking buy a boat, because there's always going to be that problem of dishonesty. You can't leave any money with one person, they'll fucking bounce with it. So there's always going to be that problem, you know?
Yeah.
Wobble gob, avoid. And there are things we can do. You know, I'm trying to get flyers out there. I'm trying to reach other countries. I'm trying to get attention. I'm trying to do what I can. But there's other people that can do it as well. I'm going out there writing flat earth everywhere with a pen. I'm sticking flat earth tape. I'm talking to every person I come across. On my spare time, I'm on the internet and everything else besides. So that's what's needed. People needs to play a more active role, I think. It's too important. They're either in it for real or they're in it for the entertainment value, and well, that's just bullshit, really. Don't you think?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So there's loads we can do. You know, look what I'm doing alone, and I'm in fucking full time, fucking work, round the clock. You know, so and I still achieve what I achieve with help from my peeps, Tin Fat Oiler, and a few other people who I trust, close. A little gang of peeps, because you've got to, you know.
Yeah.
Trusting in this is it's become a fucking it's become
a nightmare.
No, it's become precious, is what it's become.
Yeah, for the people that you can trust, definitely.
You know, I find it fucking insane that people even still doubt me. I can't, you know. I had some guy yesterday came on my post, my comments, and he said, because the first letters of my name were L-I-E, then obviously I must be a fucking liar. Okay? Because it spells lie. So what does he want me to do? He wants me to put my birth certificate on the fucking camera. Well, I can, but do I have to? Passport? Do you see where I'm coming from? It's fucking nuts. Still don't get it. I take them for a walk around my house. They know my neighbours. My mother sat there, and they still doubt me.
Yeah. That's the thing. You're going to get people like that, aren't you? It's always going to be there.
Yeah, they can set all of this up. Well, the whole area. Yeah. Okay. Fucking nuts. If you say so. And they'll let me break the law like fuck while I'm sitting here as well. Think about that. Have you thought about that for a second, anybody? I'm in Britain, you know.
Oh gosh.
God.
Yeah, no.
Go on, speak,
It's
because
crazy,
I can't. I talk constant here, Craig, mate. You're going to have to do some talking. Well, I eat M&Ms.
Yeah, no,
I'm not going to advertise and kill you with a copyright, but that's the devil's number 2. M&M's, devil's number again. You get them in everywhere. Do you know that? I got copyrighted yesterday. Day before yesterday. For Men of Harlech. For Men of Harlech.
Oh,
now that to me is like my national anthem. That wells me up with tears, and I want to go into battle every time I hear it. And they never done nothing really. They just threatened me. It was a copyright, but what do they do anyway if you get loads? Do they sue you? Because they'll never get nothing from me.
I don't know. I think they just block you, don't they?
I need a secondary channel. It's quick. That's what they're going to do. No, I know they are. All right, thanks, Craig. Yeah, I'm going to set up a secondary channel later with another name. This will be me in YouTube. So when they could pull all my vids, couldn't they, really? And it'll all go.
Yeah.
I only got a few downloaded. Bollocks.
Well, you can dispute that with them anyway.
Yeah, how many people do that, Craig?
Oh, I suppose you get 1 or 2, but not everyone does it.
I can't take on a man. Mate, you got to have loads of fucking lawyers. I can't do nothing like that. I can't even get legal aid. I'm in Britain. I can't do anything, really. Not with these people.
Yeah.
No, this is why people get secondary accounts and third accounts, I'm sure of it. So this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea, for real.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, my mate here, Marshall, he suggested to me a couple of days ago. It's just time. I'll get on that this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the best.
Definitely.
Well, others do it, don't they? And Morgan's got 3 channels, and John Bond's got a couple, and 3, I think, and loads of people got multiple channels. Russian Vids, he just changed his channel, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Because of that dude, that fakey him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he don't take no notice of him. Russian Vids you won't find on comments, mate. It's not him. You just don't go there.
Yeah.
So if there's any ever from him, you know it's not him. Plus, he's a gent, and that guy ain't.
Yeah, that guy definitely wasn't no gent.
Yeah, I know. I seen him. I knew straight away I wasn't RV. Guy's basically a flat earther, and that guy ain't.
Yeah.
You know.
I wanted to say as well, if there's gravity, how comes all trees are tall?
It's not.
Exactly. But then, this is the thing that it came to me the other day. I was just sitting there thinking about it. To myself, well, if there is gravity, then a lot of the things would be flat to the ground. Like trees and
I don't buy any of it, any of what they've told us anymore. Yeah, for the outside perspective, yeah. Not only that, but blades of grass. You know the way they just. I'm looking at them now, and there's nothing to squash them flat to the floor. They're plummeting up. But I was thinking about all the obscure shit that's come our way that we run with. Like a month ago, Crow 777 was saying that space was water. Yeah.
Mm.
So what we did, it spawned another 100 videos of space is possibly water. Well, vacuum of space and water is a giant leap of the imagination. But considering we're in oxygen, and oxygen itself is a liquid, and basically it only has to change tiny bit, partically to change into a liquid, and we would be fishes. We are in a gas, so we are in a sort of liquid right now. So that wouldn't be a great leap of the bounds of imagination to think space is water, and it's blue. So,
well, especially with the dome as well, it could be possible that could be the case.
I go on the deluge. There's been a thing about where all that extra water come from, and when they say that saying, the gates of heaven's opened. Well, I can't help thinking that there might be like gates up there or doorways, and like windows, like they show in the Hebrew model. They literally open up, wash us out, start again. When it all gets too demonic.
Yeah.
Which it has, by the way. But there are people who are not completely demonic. There are people who have realised there's still people in the light, and they're fighting back.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit in their chairs anymore and let this shit fucking slide. You can't. You can't. Well, we're going to let our children and our grandchildren grow up as Satan's bitches, are we? Really?
Oh, I'm not.
So we can be looking down on them from our lofty heights when we're gone and thinking, oh Christ, that capitalist nightmare is my kid, my grandkid, or my ancestor. I am not going to live with that. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. You know, obviously we can't just change society overnight and go back to a sharing, barter system. That's going to be Mad Max, isn't it? That's going to be end of the world scenario. We can't go there. But the money's got to end. You know, they're considering there's no such thing. They made it up, and that meaningless piece of paper dictates whether I live or whether I die. And they made that up, and it doesn't exist. Hang on a minute. And there's got to be a way out of that bit of paper that means everything, that note, that money. There is. Now, trying to go off grid, you're living like a tramp if you go off grid. You can't, unless you've got money to set yourself up off grid, you can't do it. You've got to be really, really about yourself and quite young. It's not something an elder man can do without help. But they won't let you do it. You can't get your own water. Yeah? You can't well your own water. Two brothers in Wales welled their own water in their garden. They closed them down. They said the water actually trickles off of our mountain and goes through your land. AKA, it's our water. Cap your well. Can't even have their water. This is the extent they'll play it. You can't go off grid in any shape or form. You've got to have everything. The food they give you, the water they give you, the heating they give you. They got rid of all the coal fires in Britain. All right, they said that they were messing up the atmosphere. That's debatable, especially with the amount of volcanoes that go off daily. So you're reliant on their fuel. So they can piss around with fuel bills all they like, which they do. And you can't. When I was young, we all had coal fires. I got a wood there. I used to go up and I used to bring a big log home like this, chop it up out the garden, and we would have free heat the whole week.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore. They won't do that anymore. It just made it impossible for you to live cheaply and freely or off the grid.
Yeah, it's the control of you, isn't it? That's what they want. They can destroy you whenever they want to.
Even if you don't sign on benefits, okay, you're still taxed. Did you know that? And they will still come looking for you for tax evasion. Even if you drop off the system and you claim nothing from the state, okay, and you claim nothing and you just keep yourself going on your own money, they will still come along later in life and say, you never paid us tax on the benefits you never had. And they will try and put you in jail for tax evasion for not being in the system. There's no way out.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way out is death. And not really, because then they get hold of you. They can't eat your corpse, right? No way out of it. I couldn't get on that date to tell them I didn't want to have my corpse carnage to death. Why not? In case I'm holy. I don't want my body split around. So that's what I was saying, okay? So now on death, they're going to be sharing my body parts around, which I'm not really all that really keen with. Not that they want mine, because they're a bit sort of, I think somebody get pretty high if they have my organs. If a gnat bites me, it passes out. You know. Or mosquitoes, they have a good time on me. But you know where I'm coming from, don't you? It's just I lost my train of thought then.
Oh, Martin, you're funny.
I don't try to be clever; it just comes out.
Well, yeah, you're naturally funny. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't know. I have my bad days.
Yeah, that we all.
But just not as many as I used to since I've been a flat earther. You know, it's a bit more hopeful. Life is a bit more hopeful. There's no doubt about it. You know, why? Because not on that demonic globe anymore. And I always felt uncomfortable with it all and the way the society had been, you know, put out for us that we're to be born, put in school, work hard all our lives, grow old, get ill, die. It's not what I wanted to do with any of it. I thought, that's just not what I want to do in my life at all. You know, everybody else seemed quite comfortable with that idea, but I really didn't want to do it. I wanted to do it my way. There's a whole plane out there to visit, so first I had to go and see all of that, see how much of the world I could get in, and go and visit as many places as I can, get into as much trouble as I can, and so I did that. Done most other things, and spent the rest of my life being a father and working hard for no ends whatsoever, because the man shafts you at the end of the day, no matter how hard you work. It's bad.
It is. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't worry.
I don't want to live their way. You know, but to a point, we've sort of got to, haven't we? Because we're in that.
Yeah, we're locked. This is what I'm saying. We're locked into the control system. Psychos as they are, and demonic, and the whole thing right to the top, it is rotten the core. Okay, all of it. And we're locked in it. And this is the sick thing about it. You know, even if you tried to get away and run away from the control system, they will still have you. There seems to be no escape. There seems to be no freedom, is what I'm saying. Freedom, there ain't no freedom.
No, there's none at all. It's all gone.
Not on this plane.
Yeah.
You know, maybe people who live out in Polynesia on a tropical island with no politics or no cares in the world, maybe they have true spiritual freedom.
Yeah, yeah.
But they probably have, actually, because I know people in that part of the world, they haven't got problems with knowing whether the Earth's flat or not. My mate's in Thailand, he says to his wife, well, what shape's the Earth? A ball or flat? Well, it's flat, obviously. Take a look. They don't even think like it. They have globes and, you know, in their classrooms and that, but obviously a lot of Eastern countries don't have a similar education, not the same. They're on the same government programs, but a lot of them, because of Vedic scriptures and the way their religion is set out, they realise that the Earth is flat and they ain't got a problem with it. Really good. Let's get to Asia. Got to contact more with Asia. They're out there, you know. Got to get them on board, Craig. Where are they all? Where is the whole of Asia?
Who knows?
But they're not on you. all years, Britain and America and Canada. Where the hell is the Asians? I know they got their own language, but they must be flat earthers out there. There has to be.
Well, there's got to be. They've got to be. Yeah.
Japan, with their brains and their technology, you're telling me they haven't worked it out? And the Chinese, with they got a bunk moon program, and they know they're big on conspiracy. So, oh no, they haven't got YouTube. Don't worry. They're communists. They haven't got the same as us. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. China has its media shown to them, and they have like literally speakers in the street playing you state party bullshit.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy. I don't know about that kind of stuff. It's mad.
Not all China's like that, more northeast, but you know, Beijing way. But down in you know, Shanghai area, Hong Kong and all that, even though they're communist, they're still massive democratic capitals, aren't they? Look at Shanghai. You know, it's hard to believe that's communist, isn't it? And Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And we had to give it back. Remember that? 1987? When Patton, the mayor or the governor of Hong Kong, gave it back to the Chinese government because they signed a contract in the last century saying they had to hand it back to them.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and they had to hand all the key over on it. Yeah, I remember that. They had to give it back. China went from strength to strength after that.
It did, yeah, definitely. Because as soon as that happened, China, it was just like growing. It was like, we can't stop it.
They ground to a halt though now, and there's literally cities laying empty. Whole skyscrapers, cities, and it's completely barren. There's no people in them, and there never will be either. They'll lay ghost towns, they say, because they built for the future that never arrived.
Oh, I don't know. And, you know, there's so many people on the street out there as well, you know, without houses and stuff.
It's so bad here, Craig. It's so bad here. It breaks my heart. It really does.
Oh, I think about the kids on the street, you know, nothing.
So do I.
You know.
So they're out a lot. You get a lot of young men sitting in the streets. They drive me nuts because, like, I know it's different people's circumstances, but when you see young men sitting in doorways with a bowl wanting money, I think to myself, look, I'm not going to give you any money because you're going to nip off around the corner and buy a 10 bag of smack. so I can't give you money. I'll take you into McDonald's and buy you a burger or something if you've got to eat, I think to myself. But then I think, when you're in your 20s, you're looking pretty fit, can't you just do something else? Just sit there and take money from people and beg. I think to myself, do something. You know, I've never fucking asked anything for anybody in my life. I used to walk the streets all day and ask every single person I see for a job. And if I didn't get it that day, I'd do the next day. And if I didn't do it the next day, I'd do the next day. And I would not stop until I got a job. And it would only take a day or two, and I would always get one. Perseverance. Yeah? It's not like that anymore, because basically the migrant crisis killed that. There's no work to be had for love nor money anymore, in any way, shape or form. Unless you want to go in a call centre talking crap all day.
Yeah, finding people like you and me.
Yeah, hassling people down the phone, trying to con them, and doing the devil's work. Yeah, just basically, they'll encourage you to be criminal-minded, dishonest. The last job I was in a garden centre, they encouraged me to be dishonest. They said, at the till, see if you can grab a pack of batteries and just chuck them in their basket, so that when they go through the checkpoint, you can get an extra £3 or £4 on their bill. They'll never know. Trying to encourage you to be a villain in a place of work. You know, B&Q Garden Centre. Come on, mate. They were villains. And they were trying to get me to do things like that, and I wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
I wish I was a flat earther then. I was as bad now as I was then. I really was. And we used to have these meetings in the morning where they used to have these... They wanted communal hugs. And I can't be hugged in the morning. You'll have a smack in the mouth in the morning, but you won't have a hug in the morning. But... They had these communal hugs, and I'd just come out with it. I'd be like, this is a capitalist nightmare. Sorry, Martin. Well, look at the waste you produce. The carbon footprint of this place must be ridiculous. This is just one store of 6 in the city and one of 600 in the country. The carbon footprint of all of it, I can't even put into words. And everything would go quiet. And they'd all think about my words, what I just said. And he'd put a sort of a dampener on the whole day of making money. I would do it deliberate. I would sort of sabotage their money-making scheme, basically. What an anti-capitalist does, mate. Even if I had to play, they forced me into that job anyway. I didn't want to do it. I worked as a forklift truck driver on a minimum wage of £6 an hour for 5 years. I was coming home, looking online, and forklift drivers were being paid up to $17 an hour. I was thinking, hang on a minute, what's going on here? So I would constantly ask for a pay rise. But what it was, people from posh background or well-off people would come into the job, and within 2 or 3 months, they would put on manager's fast track or put up on a higher wage or something. The reason they kept me down was because of where I'm from.
Yeah.
Because I'm ghetto.
Yeah, exactly. It's as simple as that.
No, I'm not dishonest, and I never have been. I've not even got a criminal fucking record, Craig. It's just the way they think, you know? God, you can't get more trust in me. It drives me nuts. But I don't want to work in anything like that again. The next job I have will be something like, if I have to, will be landscape gardening or something that I enjoy to do with the environment, you know? Getting people to grow food.
Well, one of the last jobs I done was a street cleaner, and
did you do that? Good money.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good money.
But I was on agency when I was doing it, so
they took a cut, did they?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I loved it. I was out in the open talking to people, eating my sandwich with a flask, you know, and pushing the trolley around.
I'd love that, Craig. You was one of those with the little trolley. You was left to go on your own thing.
Yeah.
Nobody watching you, so you was your own boss, basically. Oh, I'd love that. You know.
Yeah, but they used to send a supervisor around just like for about an hour to talk to you, and then he would bugger off, and then you could just go and do what you're doing.
Yeah. Did you see the riot yesterday?
Oh, yeah, I love
Did you see the riots up in Celtic in Hampden Park yesterday?
No, never.
No, the Celtic fans.
What was that all about then?
They had a cup final between Celtic and Rangers, and basically there was a pitch invasion, and the next thing you know, the mounted police, and there was a full-scale riot with like literally tens of thousands of people involved. It was huge. You should have seen it. It was proper battles. It was excellent. Did I say that aloud? Oh. I used to be a football hooligan. I was into pitch invasions and fighting the enemy. This is what you do when you're young.
Yeah. That's back in the day, though, isn't it? Bloody
yeah,
hell.
I was a member of the Cardiff crew, right? We were famous all over Britain. Yeah, we were. Cardiff posse. This year, this is my tattoo of my gang, the Boot Boys. And there was only a few of us that had them. Anybody who had them without permission would be severely dealt with. And we used to go all over the country to football matches, and they'd be literally gangs that would meet us in underground car parks. And they would all have chains and bats and cutthroat razors, and we would be standing the other side, tooled up, and we would stand there looking at one another for the first 10 minutes thinking, hang on a minute, this is not really a good idea. A lot of us are going to die here, a lot of us are going to get really hurt, and so basically we'd have the two bosses come and talk about it in the middle amicably while we all stared at one another, right? Either sometimes they two would have a fight, and we'd all sort of say, see you later, and all back off. But we'd go back out into the population and make out that we had a big rumble. But we never really. How could you? When we all thought about it, we were standing like the Warriors. We all thought it was the Warriors. And we were all standing up. This was just my one experience of it, actually. It might have been different at the times. But we all stood up opposite one another. And the two bosses talked about it all and thought, actually, there's a lot of young men here who are going to get really hurt. Do you think we should just call it a day? This is a silly idea, don't you think? We are actually the same nationality, blah, blah. Yeah. Shook hands, and we all waved to one another and went back out up at the ramp, back out into where all of the tens of thousands of football fans were, and sort of made up, yeah, we just had it off. And then started singing, you're going to get your fucking head kicked in again to him. As a part of the act, if you like. I'm not joking, Craig. This happened.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, definitely.
In Stoke, with the Stokies, in Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah. Oh, crazy days.
It was when you was a skinhead, man. It was constantly like it. It was constant like it. And we were quite famous as well. The woman who wrote the film Romper Stomper, starring Russell Crowe, which was his first film, he's Australian and it was made in Australia, is a film about skinheads. It's also a film about racism. And they basically the way they used to go Paki bashing here, they go Vietnam bashing in Australia. And the woman, in the end of it, states that she wrote the narrative of the film whilst meeting a gang of skinheads in South Wales in a pub called the Castle Gill. It was us. Where I know the woman, I remember her. She was in a pub with us when we drunk, and she met us, spent a weekend with us, and not this Australian hot woman. She went away and wrote a film with Russell Crowe about us.
Yeah. And
they made that film called Romper Stomper, and it was based on us. And I'm not joking. Look at the end of the film, and you will see. She'll say thanks, like acknowledgements, thanks to the Cardiff skinheads for the inspiration for making this film.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, it wasn't cool because it wasn't a cool film.
All right, I've never seen it.
They basically they get racist on some local Vietnamese boys, but when he meets them on a one-to-one basis, they become friends, which is often the case, by the way. You'll find people are only like that in a crowd, and when it comes down, it's written in our hearts. People ain't really like it, unless they're evil, of course. Then it comes easy with them. But it scares me the way fourth colonism and Nazism has been laced in with the Flat Earth movement, because obviously that's going to keep a whole load of the world apart and away from us. And the truth is, whether, I keep saying this, whether people like it or not, we are only one. We are only one consciousness. We are only one entity. We're only one beast. We're only one web. And we're all connected to one another, whether we like it or not. Even them evil fuckers, yeah, we got to love them. We got to forgive them, because they're part of it too. Because they're on the plane at the same time. And they're alive as well as us at the same time. We're sharing the same experience at the same time. So we got to know it for what it is. Okay? So it's all a shared experience. It's all one thing, one consciousness. People don't like
from
it.
From the Christian background.
Yes.
It's like we all come from Adam and Eve, essentially. Do you know what I mean? So we're all ancestors and brothers and sisters and cousins and all that kind of stuff.
I will give you my rundown on my religious thing, Craig. Now, I grew up a Christian, great religious beliefs. I loved my Bible. I loved my pictures in it. I loved all the Bible stories, especially Noah. I loved Moses' story. I loved all the biblical stories, but I mostly loved the pictures. I don't know why. I had this illustrated Bible with all of the beautiful pictures of Noah's Ark and all of the... so as a child, I always loved this. I went to Sunday school, where we had Bible classes on a Sunday, me and my sister. But I got christened at 8 years of age. My mother had decided, in case I died, because I was a bit of a reckless child, that she thought it was important if I'd been christened. Yeah? She didn't want me dying unchristened, okay?
Yeah.
So I was christened at 8. So my christening present was a cricket bat and cricket ball. I remember it well. It was a good day. So I've always had religious beliefs, but I started studying the Torah at an early age. So then it became apparent that, and then I've realised the deception from an early age, I'm afraid, Craig, and I realised that when I looked into the scribes, who actually wrote the Bible, then I started to dig into the Torah itself, and then it occurred to me that different people had written different books. The valuable of the books, or the more meaningful of the books, like St. Thomas, whatever, have been sat on and suppressed or locked away in the Vatican archive, where we can't see what them books say. The books that are presented to us by, I know I don't want to offend anyone while I'm saying this, but it is the truth, by guys that basically are paedophilic and sinister in nature. Now, they are, because it's all come out, haven't it? You know, everybody knows it. It's in the church inherent. Now, I feel sorry for any choir boy. I think God love you. I hope they're all right to you. I hope they're leaving away from you. That's what I think. And should you feel like that about the church? Should you feel, oh God, I hope that choir boy's all right? No, you shouldn't. That's what the church has become. That's what the church has become. It's become a place where you don't send your children. But when I was a kid, it was still nice. It was innocent. It was really lovely. It was beautiful. So I loved Sunday school. But when I realised the authenticity of the Bible they present to us, now I believe Genesis, okay, as the Word of God, and I believe that the Word of God is in there, and I believe, and I keep this book close to me always, Craig, look, it's always there, my Bible, for reference. So I'll be sitting there, and I'll have a question one night, and I'll say, how am I going to address this, God? You know, will you answer me? And I'll open it up, and I'll read the page in front of me. And he'll say, the brother is humble, circumstances ought to take pride in his high position. But the one who is rich should take pride in his lower position. This is just random. I just picked this up. I'm just giving you a show. That's actually relevant to me, brother.
Yeah, when you was reading that, I got that.
Yeah.
When you was reading that, I got that from your facial expressions.
So every time I do it, it seems relevant to me, but not only in that religious text. So there is a word of God in that. Now, there's no way that it's not true, because they couldn't batter demons with it. They couldn't do... You can't make a ghost disappear by saying, in the name of Jesus Christ, whose blood was on the cross and who died for our sins. Those words mean something, and they make evil disappear. Always. So, Jesus is real. The words, this Bible I can have in my hands, and it will protect me from evil. And not only that, see this, the pocket book.
Yeah,
Did you know, let me tell you something. Do you know in the First World War, this book saved thousands of lives? Do you know how?
Yeah.
They kept the book they gave them, right, the Gibbon's Bible in the First World War, had a hard cover. And they kept it in their pocket here. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
And hundreds of people had direct hits into their heart, and the bullet would penetrate their pocket Bible.
Yeah.
And there are hundreds of people, literally thousands, I think, that were saved by their Gibbon's pocket Bible in the First World War.
Yeah.
So there is power in the Holy Bible, and there's power not only in that, in the Bhagavad Gita. It's also a holy text, and it comes from the word of Krishna. Now, my belief, this is just mine, is that Jesus did not die on the cross. I believe that he survived. I believe that he went on to India, where he became Krishna. I believe they're two of the same man. And the people of Kashmir believe the same thing. They say that a stranger came from the west, which is basically our east, Holy Land. And they say he's a man from Judea, Nazareth. They say he was a Nazarene, Jesus. They say this man had great wisdom and he was truly enlightened. He was Krishna. Now, if you read into the life of Krishna, it's identical. He was born of immaculate conception, Krishna. So was Jesus. They both were resurrected after 3 days. Both resurrected after 3 days. What else? Their ages 32 or 34 upon death, the same age. There is so many parallels between Krishna's story. I believe they're exactly the same man. And I believe when they're telling you, or they're teaching you, Jesus was a man, right? But what he was teaching us of was Krishna consciousness, Jesus consciousness, Buddha mind. It is the all-encompassing consciousness that we all are. We're divine. We have to experience this together. We have to share. And we have to give our life to selfless service. I know it sucks, but it doesn't. It doesn't, though. Because the reward it gives you inside is more than any stack of dollar. That don't mean shit to me. As soon as I got it, I got to get rid of it. That I've always been the same. But the love of people, is there any better than that, Craig, brother? Is there?
Well, exactly.
You know,
the love of people is a great thing.
You know, the love I got. I had a guy sent me a message 2 or 3 days ago. He said that I changed his life. He said, you were a prophet of the 21st century. He wanted me for president of the world. All this. But that was just nice. But 2 days before, a fella calls me. He says, this is the situation. I'm sitting on my suitcase on top of a hill. I'm looking down on my hill. It's night time. And I'm looking down at my town. And I've just walked out and left my wife and kids. Over flat earth. I have no one in the world to contact, so I thought I'd contact you. This is from America. A man sitting on a hill, looking over his town, sat on his suitcase. Out of all the people on this plane, who does he come to? He came to me. Now, I don't know exactly what I said to him, but I think it must have been brilliant, because I had 2 mails to back the next morning. He said, oh, thank you, God, Marty, whatever. I don't know what I said, but it must have been good. Everything is fine. God bless you, Martin. I can't thank you, and everything's fine. I must have told him to get back home, and your wife and kids love you. Live for the moment. I probably told him how it was, Craig, and he did it. And he came back, and now we're friends now, and everything's great. And we're sending one another emails, and I'll send him stuff. He'll send me stuff, and now he's one of my trusted friends. And this is how I get trusted friends. See, I know they're cool. I know their background, and I know they're cool. And I can trust him now, and he can be in my gang.
That's good.
I like him a lot. He's a nice guy. He's a lovely guy. Yeah. I really like him. So, really, you know, same age, bit older, but we've been through a similar background. You know, had it tough the same. And, you know, I tell you, he was a great man. He was a really great man. William the Conqueror. Do you know him, Craig?
I'm not sure, but I've probably seen his name around.
Get to know him, make friends. I'll introduce him. He's a hell of a man. He's very intelligent. He's a highly complex dude. He writes music. He writes poetry. He performs cartoon characters. He does. Sick Man Freud. That drives me nuts. That's so funny. And he does. And he's got so much to give to people, and he's full of love. And he's got terrible pain, and all he can do is just. He's like, he ain't got a bad word to say about a soul. And I just really love the guy. Really cool. So many of them are really lovely, though, you know? So many of them are. And it's just a sick shame that are poisonous people that come into the movement through the back door. Because we let them in because we're kind people and we have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay? But for the same token, they mean us harm.
Yeah.
They mean this, harm. Our awakening, because I'm sick of them. I'm sick of saying movement. This is not what's happening here. How can it be a movement if we're static? Yeah. And not only that, we have huge swathes of the flat earth movement that become entrenched. And what I mean by entrenched is, Craig, is they are not willing to shift upon their ideals and ideas. Now, we don't know what's going on. We know it's not a spinning ball. We know it's not concave bullshit. But what we don't know is the true shape. Now, I had this guy coming this morning hitting me with, you still don't know what's going on with the equinoxes. Well, I'm afraid, yes, I do. I do know what's going on. It's a fucking magic trick played by high magicians that we can't work out. We have lifted the veil. The hypnotism's cleared for us. We know something's up. Now, I can just bang on about maps till I'm blue in the face that none of them are saying. It stinks, right? So they're checking out all the projections. Now, people are saying there's no extra land this week. I think there is. I think they're hiding land. I think they're hiding more. Whether or not the land outside the ice rink is unrendered, fuck off! Fucking pigs. Whether or not the land outside is unrendered, I don't believe, because I believe that it's there because God needs to see it, okay? I believe that Atlantis, that's been fed to us about Plato, I believe that place is a possible geographical location now. I mean it exists now. I mean, it's there. I think that there's places they say like High Brazil, the Hyperborean, and other land masses or continents which are projected on older maps right the way up until the Renaissance of the 1500s, which are no longer there. They don't show up on Google Earth. They don't show up on any maps. You can't spot them from a plane window. You can't spot them from a ship. Right. Okay. So could they be there? Well, yeah, they could be. Do you know why? Because all ships got to stay on shipping routes. If you go off that shipping route, you got a wireless, your local pilot, to come and escort you back to the shipping lane, right? You can't go where you want. There's heavy fines imposed, right? So you can't go where you want, so that's bullshit. The planes are on strict flight routes, so you can't spot if it was there. Now, what I think is there could be some sort of portal go. I don't care if people think it's nuts, because I know these things exist. Portals that will make you see these islands or land masses, like the program Lost, if you like.
Yeah.
Where the island's there, but it'll only become unmisted, where it'll come appear to us through the mist when the veil is thin at specific times of the year.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I believe that these places exist. I believe they're keeping us out of the Saragossa Sea. They say that there's huge kelp fields. You can't ship through there because they reckon that the kelp winds up on ships' propellers. So you have an area of, I believe it's 6 million square feet. It's a ridiculous amount of area that nothing goes in. Now, this is a huge part of the Bermuda Triangle, right? Okay. Now, they say there's electromagnetic anomalies which cause planes to go missing, ships to go missing. Thousands of occurrences in this area. Now, land masses. Let me get back to this. Now, Atlantis, they believe, was through the gates of Colossus, which we know to be the Gibraltar Straits. I've seen them. I've been through them. They are indeed the gates of Colossus, because one side you've got the huge rock of Gibraltar. On the other side of Morocco, you've got this huge Atlas Mountains, which are literally carved into, cut away. They are immense. So, yeah, they're the rocks of Colossus. You come out into the Atlantic, and then they say you go out a certain distance, and there are land. There's land masses. But we don't see them, they're not there. So maybe they are there. Maybe they're just... I think you've got to change your body frequency or be in a specific frame of mind to be able to see these things, these land masses. They're out of sync in a slightly different dimension from us. Okay. But they're, for sure. The magicians at the top, the 1%, right, what's being played and people are forgetting here, right, guys, is there's actually at the top, right, there's black musicians. And what I mean by that, guys, right, is witches, okay? And they use spells. Now, when you write your words, you spell a word because you're doing a spell. Spell, yeah? So they spell, they use voodoo, they use witchcraft against us to keep us, don't doubt it. So they do that. We have to use God magic to fight them back. We have to knock out our abilities with the ether. The ether is malleable. Reality is malleable. Look, Jazz Sinclair said stop Big Ben. They're going to do work on it and stop it next week for the first time in 150 years. Now you could say, oh, there's a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. There is no such thing. No such thing.
There's
Let
none.
me tell you, right? There's no past. It's a figment. It's gone. It fizzles. It's gone. The present, the future hasn't actually arrived yet. But what we do now, right at this present, right, sends ripples into the future. So you've got to really watch what you fucking say here, right, in this reality right now. Because if it's negative and in a bad context, it will send ripples right the way through, right the way to the end of your life. Okay? So basically, you got to watch your words. Now, what we got to realize is we got to stick together on this, because what we're really up against is what they want is dead. Okay, we are just a number. As soon as you go in that place when you're a baby and your mother and father register you as a number, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a criminal offence not to, Craig. I might have bounced out or come back. You can still hear me. I think it's crashed. It'll take a second to come back on, though. Okay, it might not.
Okay.
It might not. It's not, it'll take a second, that's all.
It looks like Martin's crashed. Yeah. I think he'll come back in a minute, though. Hi, guys. Hope you're all well. And all the 10 of you viewers, 11 viewers are watching. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every one of you. And all of us are here to look for the truth. So let's see how long it takes for Martin to come back. Might take him a bit of time. That's the problem with this technology, isn't it? Comes on, goes off when you're having a conversation. I think a lot of people say this is the government messing with us, or it's just technology being silly.
Martin speaking.
Hello, Martin. He's back.
Ninja.
Ninja.
Siki Ninja. Yeah, somebody called me in a bounce that took my energy away. I just turned it off so nobody can call me. Nobody called me a minute. A little bounce. Funny how I read that out of there, Craig, then, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I can always do that. Always do it, right? If you've got a question, it don't work every time. But, what I'm trying to... I'll tell you what I do with myself, right, is when I change my body frequency and I need to be in a certain state of higher consciousness to make this work, I have to deprive myself of sleep. So I have 2-3 hours a day. I sleep at 6, I wake by 9. The reason I do this is because between the hours at 5 and 9 is when I'm more perceptive to lucid dreaming, right? If you can nail lucid dreaming, you can double the longevity of your life. Lucid dreams are solid, if not more solid, than this reality we're in now. I'm not joking. Okay? It's real.
Okay.
It's real. And where is this place you are in your lucid dream?
That's right.
It's a reality. Right. Now, they will tell you it's a construct made, right? When I worked in this last job, I got talking to a psychiatrist, and he was a psychologist, and he explained to me that it's a byproduct of mental processes. So basically, it's just my mind making up this whole city, this town, and all these people, and this whole environment in my brain. I do not believe this is happening. I believe that my soul is literally leaving my body, okay, on a silver tether, which I get frightened. This is astral projecting. Lucid dreaming is something completely different, right? But astral projecting, I don't do very often because if I'm to be honest, I'm scared of it. And if you're scared, the universe won't let you. It knows. But when you're completely ready, then it lets you. So I don't do too much of that. But lucid dreaming is the ability to wake up in your dream. Now, the last time I did it, I was sat in a car and I was beside this long-haired girl I go out with in this other place. Long, beautiful dark black hair. And I look at her and I say to her, you know we're dreaming, don't you? She said, yeah. Did we wake up? Yeah. And both woke up then. And when you wake up, everything becomes more solid. I mean, you can fly. You can do anything. And you can live. The whole thing will be days. But really, it's in your REM and only seconds. But the whole experience will seem like days.
Yeah.
You can literally double your longevity. Now, this is something else we got to get out there, Craig, right? The con of death. They're having us on. It's not such a thing. It's not happening. It's not real.
No, death isn't real. No.
It's the placebo effect again. They are letting you believe from day one that you will grow old, you will wrinkle up, you will fucking shrivel, and you will die. It's the placebo effect. Now, if you don't believe that, and you think, no, that's bullshit, I'll stay young, and I will do this, and I won't even die. I will just grow old. I think it's doable. Like, you got to imagine, like, I'm nearly 50, and I'm doing exactly the same shit as when I'm 20. I'm running around, riding my bike all day. I go and have a game of football. I'm young. No, it's normal. No. You know, I'm not saying I'm free from abuse. I've battered my body to shit in the past. I really have. But I've healed myself completely. But not, you know, I took chemical changes in the brain, which were difficult to put right, I gotta be honest. But that's my own fault. But that's ongoing. But I have to put myself in this certain state of change frequency to be able to do the things I do. So I eat little so I can purge my body. I eat specific foods that will purge my body. I need to get all those more psychedelics. I need to bring this, to be able to work with this properly. If I sleep for 12 hours, I wake up, I'm useless. I can't think. I'm miserable, over-rested, and I just don't like the way I feel. But when you sleep, you need it. If I feel, I'm not even tired, Craig. If I was tired, I could have half hour in the chair, couldn't I?
Yeah.
But I'm not. Paella. You don't mind me eating, Craig, do you?
No, go for it.
All right. Hi, guys in chat. Thanks for coming to Craig's Sunday Hangout. How many subs you got now? Let me have a look.
I think it's 93 or something like that.
Oh, we'll have to get them up there, boy. You'll share this around now. You've got to get it. That's not bad considering the amount of attention you have. You think you'd have a lot more? I think they're hiding them from you, Craig.
Do you think so?
Yeah, they done the same to me early on. I was getting loads of attention. You know, there was nobody hardly that never knew me. Yet I was stuck at like around the 200 mark or 250 mark for something like 2-3 months. And then when I started openly complaining about it, they started to chuck them up. Like I made a public complaint about it, saying this is really weird how I'm in such a position in the flat earthers. Yeah, I got some, you know, it's been stuck on around the 800 mark for like about a month now. The morning after, it shot up by 50.
Yeah.
It's them.
They
hold them back. They don't update them. I'm not sure if it's an algorithm they run or, you know, but the way they kidnap my comments of certain people, they'll put them in the comments bin, you know, where you can approve comments to put on your comments feed. And they'll put them in there, but only from specific people. And it won't give me the option to approve them. No tick option to approve them.
Yeah.
Other strange, bizarre shit. Now, you could put this down to it's an algorithm that runs. Like, explain this. I upload this video, the teen hat here, who's in teen foil hat, my friend here in chat for me. By the time I've uploaded it, YouTube have emailed me with a copyright before I posted it publicly.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they do that.
Yeah, but don't you find that unusual?
It is, yeah, definitely.
Is there somebody there listening to them, like, you know?
There is. Someone's always listening.
Have you got a moderator, Craig?
What's that?
What's that? Oh, Jesus, I think you should apply one. Right. What you need to do is one or two of your peeps in chat, you need to click the little, see the 3 dots down where it says say something on chat.
Yeah? Are you...
On your watch page, where the chat is,
where it says group chat.
Yeah, when it says where you put your chat in, right? There's a little smiley face next to his 3 dots, okay? And if you click that, it'll give
I haven't got 3 dots.
Yeah, everyone have on your watch page, Craig. You know where everyone's talking on the watch page, your chat.
I could hear something in the background.
You haven't got your chat up, have you? Where everyone's talking. Well, on the YouTube page where everyone is, because you've got loads of people in your chat. Catis is there, Iron's there, Flat Earth Vancouver, Team Foil at the Marshall, Grick's there. So you've got loads of people. But what you need to do is you need to get a moderator in and clean up your chat. Because I tell you what, there's people in chat that I thought it's Sunday and I ain't going to have my head fucking bent by that. Yeah, I will finish it. Ah, Soul Cat, brother. One love, brother. One love. I know it's not my show, Craig. Fucking, this is your show, brother. BMC. Stop letting me take it.
No, it's fine.
That's all right then. What you got to do then is just carry on like you are. Be yourself, because you're really awesome, lovely fella. How's Michelle anyway? She all right?
Oh yeah, she's great.
How's the kids? Good, cool. Everything's good.
Yeah, they're all good. Thank you.
Right, that's excellent. So you're in charm. So you're in a good place. So God's put you in this position for a specific purpose. And you have a voice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no way that Max Sargent would have addressed you if you weren't important in this and you were valuable in this. You see what?
Yeah, because I was shocked when that happened.
No, Patricia said, "Look, you need to address this, man. Okay." You know, he's not a fool. Yeah. He's got a YouTube and he's not going away. In fact, he's just going to get from strength to strength, which you will. Okay? And he had to address you because your voice is valuable. Just because you got that lying number of subs, which you have got more, you still known to us all, Craig. And you know, look at all the guys here are in chat, you know? Michael, hey, Michael Clooney. Yeah, nice brother. Clooney, yeah. And all our brothers are there, so... But you've got 1 or 2 trolls.
Oh, yeah, I've got quite a few trolls.
That's why you need a moderator. Otherwise, you'll just have Sunday disharmony with the dark entities again.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
I'm just trying to figure this out, Martin.
All you do, go on your watch page where YouTube is. Pegleg, Flat Earth British. Where YouTube is. Right?
Yeah.
You'll see where you put up your ad for this show. Just click that; it'll come up right on the YouTube itself.
All right, so I'll go into that then.
Yeah, and you're just on your watch page, and then you can do it from the Hangout as well. And you need to when you have a moderator, he'll be there for any show. It's for the foreseeable future, so you can basically appoint trusted people. Don't get it wrong and go and appoint the troll or anything. I've done that in the past accidentally. And then they will be able to give the hammer to anyone who's being a dick or antisocial or doesn't really belong here because they're just that dark entities on wages come in because nobody really on a Sunday afternoon when they should be with their family spreading love or with their friends hanging out in flat earth chat rooms, just spreading shit. So they are on wages. So nobody acknowledge them. Nobody answer them. Please, I'm asking you, nobody answer it. Don't even call it a name. All right? Because it's not worthy. Okay? Cheeky fucker. Come out there. I don't entertain them. I don't acknowledge them. All right? When they come civil, when they come nice, instead of shouting their obscene mouths off, then we'll treat them like men. Until they can start acting like men instead of children, then we'll teach them like children and we'll send them to the corner or outside the room where they belong until they can grow up. Okay? Because some people are playing for real here, guys. Okay? The big boys gang. So fuck off, trolls. Okay? Anyway, I got rid of him for you, all right?
Thank you very much.
I can't be dealing with him. He'll put me in a bad mood and I can't fucking get him from you, so... I can't be on that mood this Sunday, Craig, and I did fear any of that gang around. They come to you, don't they? Do you know why? because you're lovely and you encouraged them in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't treat you with the same respect, Craig. Okay, they didn't. You were speaking to them lovely. They spoke to you like dirt, right? Bear that in mind for the future. Don't put up with that shit, brother. All right?
Yeah.
Flat earthers, we're lovely, beautiful people. All right, and we are, but we're not. We're not doormats. Okay. Okay. For evil fucks to play with. So point your mail, mod.
Yeah, I found it now.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, just click the three dots next to the smiley face.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll come up as a point moderator, and just click or Vancouver, BC, or Iron, or Cat, or Soul Cat, and just appoint one of them.
Oh, so I could just click on.
Yeah, yeah, just next to their name, just click them, and then you can just appoint them with a hammer. Then I might be able to do it for you, Craig. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. And then that'll be full time into the future. You'll have a list of moderators, then it'll come up, and then you can appoint them. Then it'll be into the future. You need moderators, trusted ones. They're important for the whether or not you have a shitty show or a bad one. Because I've messed up in the past, and all they do is they just basically cause bad atmosphere and upset everybody in chat, and it makes for a bad day, and you don't really want that.
Okay, so
right.
Something's come up, said add money.
Yeah, I'm clicking that. Okay. So we go back. I can probably do a couple for you now, brother.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Craig, what has your main thing of this week been? What have you been into? Tell me where Craig is at the moment with flat earthness.
At the moment, still looking, still just doing the videos and stuff, and that's about it at the moment, really.
Yeah, it is. I got to the stage yesterday where I was putting on videos, and I thought, not bored. I thought, hang on, there's nothing really new coming out here. It's, it's the same old what was grinding out like basically last year. There are some good ideas coming out, but basically people are entrenching themselves because of the fear to think outside of the box. Because, as I said, a large section of the flat earthers is becoming entrenched. And why the fear to step outside of the box? Because if you say something outside of the box, it may be construed as being shilly.
Yeah.
Well, why would he fucking say that? That's a bit shilly. No, like say I said, I think there's Antarctica. I don't for 1 second, but say I did. That could be construed as shilly behaviour, could it not? But I'm not saying, I'm using it as an analogy, as an example. So there are fields of this we need to basically open our minds and think outside of the box on. Specifically, the date lines with the time durations on the international date line. We need to get the way this is working on the solstices is actually, for my money, working out all right from what I work out on the Kabawashi map, where Australia is situated on there. If you project it, not using their data and their planes, because anything that comes out of this, remember, guys, any manifests of them cannot be trusted. So we're not going to be able to argue that bullshit with them. Okay, guys, remember that. And so for that, it works. Not too bad at all. I haven't got a problem with models because basically, to me, 99% of my thing with flat earthness is the awakening. That is undeniable. We're on a flat plane. We're working on something needs to break. Obviously, we need somebody to maybe walk in front of the blue screen on ISS Live. That'd be handy. Or I think they'll basically give us a big boo and mess up soon as a precursor to their oncoming plans, which they are indeed carrying out as we speak today, which are coming quicker and quicker by the day. And if anyone's ignoring it and can't see it, then good luck to you, because it's on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I came into this flat earth thing, it's like my life has changed in a way that I know that I'm someone, I was meant to be here, sort of thing.
You were someone anyway. We're all as special as one another, but You know,
Not even more so.
you know, it is hard to keep your feet on the ground when you've got a load of people thinking about you. You know, imagine if me, I got like 1,000 people thinking about me every day, and I get hundreds contacting me a day. So my head's like, and I'm emotionally attached to these people as well. You know, so when people are coming at you with evil, I'm thinking, oh God, man, you know, you're probably a father. You know, you're probably, and that hurts me to think that a person would have the audacity to speak to me like that.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts. I just wish to God these sick little trolls would get over the fact that they're not on a ball, okay? And if they can't get over the fact, fuck off to the people that think they're on a globe and fucking hang around with them instead of coming to our flat earth plane realm domain and messing around with us. Am I wrong, guys? It could only be for wages. There's no other reason. Nobody does that on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, exactly.
We can see what's going on with the trolls. We're not stupid. All of us are clever. Everyone in this chat knows what's going on. Vancouver, BC. Jesus, King of Kings. Bang on, brother. You know exactly what's going on. All of you. Grick. All of you. There's only one little entity in there, right? Evil fuck. How does he live with himself? How does he look in the mirror in the morning? God almighty.
Yeah, exactly.
No shame. Go and play with your own sort. Plenty out there. They're called witches. You know it's evil, don't you? Trying to play with us.
Yeah.
What I found is every time I touch upon anything godly, right, almost instantaneously, the devil sends one of his peeps in to attack. You notice that? You notice that? If I ever hang out, it would be the last time I hang out. The perception was great. Okay, Cynthia was talking really beautiful stuff, and everyone was feeling full of love. Not kumbaya, but you know, we were all realizing things for what they were. And when we got on that bus, instantly dark entities appeared, and not only that, the whole vibration went woof. Yeah, because we engaged. We got to realize it for what it is. Not engaged, not even look at them because they're not worthy. What the fucking hell do they contribute to anything in humanity? Think about it. If they're coming here, like this twisted fuck there, if they're coming round, right, doing nothing but sitting at their computer, not making positive videos helping humanity, not thinking about saving one life whatsoever, not thinking about God, not thinking about anything good, just coming here. Can you see where I'm coming from?
No, yeah, exactly.
So, Kat, do your business, brother.
Yeah, so I done a video and then about God and the flat Earth, obviously,
and cancer.
And then
that one.
I put it.
The one with cancer. When you were talking about cancer, two videos ago, is it?
I think it was the last one I put up today.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't watched any. I'll catch up. The only one I watched, I only watched 2 in the morning, and that's yours and Jazz's. And Rory, if he's put one up. That's it. First morning, in the morning. See what you're up to.
Yeah.
Instead of like, the big cheeses, so to speak. I don't watch them much anymore anyway. Because I pretty know much what they all, got in them, and I'm not getting surprised by anything. Basically, nothing. Even when I'm presented with something like we got the Kabawashi map this week, we run with it. We found out some great stuff. Considering my mate here, Marshall, now considering the connection that he found with the episode of Star Trek with Kabawashi Maru, where it's an episode where Kirk has to go through this basically a simulation in the academy. And it's impossible to win.
Oh, right. But,
yeah, and he cheats. Have you seen it? And he cheats, and in the end, there's like 4 different ways you could have won. But there's a connection with that. So what we were trying to think is if there was a connection with them explaining how reality works in that episode, or Gene Roddenberry, and the connection between the Kabawashi map, then that could be that map had some authenticity to it. we were thinking. And it may be so. It may be nothing. It may be something. Who knows? So that's ongoing. There's other things. I got sent a dozen good heart maps. One or two I've seen before, not the others, so I need to dig into them. I've got a site now for Latin, basically Latin translations. So this is helpful. Now I can find out what the Latin is saying. This comes in a big help.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to know Latin translations, it's called. Teen, could you say please? Teen. Think. I think it's called. Where's my paperwork? I've got so much on the go, Craig. You wouldn't believe, brother. Are you like that? You keep paperwork and write everything down, and
not really.
you should. You should sit there in the day, and things spring to mind, and you think, "Oh, that'd be good if I could just get that down on a video." Just write it down, right? And then you'll be able to cover it later, because you know, you throughout the day you come up with some cracking stuff, but then you forget about it then. And that's what I do. I think, oh, that's pretty good. I'll write that down, and I may or may not cover it on my video. Because I don't actually, I just click, and then I just talk. But obviously, I've got to know what I'm talking about beforehand. So I have to work out a slight narrative, you know?
Mm.
But, you know, when I'm so busy, I ain't got much time for real narratives. But I do a lot of paperwork and a lot of reading, you see, Craig. And I've worked out so much by just paperwork alone. You'd be surprised. Just juggling with paperwork is, you pick up a lot of data. Look at it. All this is just, you motherfucker.
Martin? Martin? Have you gone? Yeah, I think Martin's crashed out, or I've done something. I have to find out what's happening to Martin. Ugh. Give me a sec, guys. I hope he comes back. Yeah, I hope Martin comes back soon. So hello everyone that's watching. Martin's gone. Don't know where he's gone. Looks like he might be coming back. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Hello. Can you hear me, Martin?
Hope you managed to talk without me now. Yeah? See, when it goes off and I'm on my own, I've done a show, right, where it went dead and all the guests had gone.
Yeah.
In the hangout, and I did 2 hours. 2 hours of just me talking.
Okay.
And a girl came contact me, one of my friends, a flat earther. I can't remember her name now. And she said, Martin, it's Teresa Gordon. And she came in there and she said, I listened to that right the way to the end. So it was bloody great. I don't know what I said, Craig. I was just ranting on, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened then, brother. I got a few things running, it's been busy. Tonight, I'm decisions, right? Globebusters is on tonight, isn't it? At 8 o'clock. Okay. But it hasn't been on in weeks. But I'm supposed to be doing One Hand Banditos.
Okay, what's that then?
That's my gang. Do you know on here where you connect with me on mail? Well, there's always mail open, and it's just basically open hangouts, which you can go into the gang, but you don't have to go live. So it's like this, but not public. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like me, William the Conqueror, Crow, Ace, Cynthia, and Geo Shifter comes now and again. All the guys really. And it's nice and relaxing. It's good. It's no hassles,
Yeah.
When you're on a hangout like this, you've got to watch your P's and Q's, because basically people take these videos and they chop them up and they make videos about them. This happens all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if this has a video made about it. In fact, it will. There you are.
Now that you said that, it probably will.
Yeah, it will.
That's all right, that man.
Yeah, no coffee spillage. No, I'm not like Marshall. I'm just laughing in chat. No, I haven't left the building, brother. Vancouver, BC. He's a good man. He is. He's a man of power, not a man of passion. I like where he's coming from, actually.
Yeah, I like him as well.
Do you know why? Because when he said last week, like, about, people are just, they talk flat earth, but they're not actually wanting to really give it all, and there's so much we could do. Right, all right, we could get a boat and go and look for ourselves, but, that's money again. And there are things we could do. We could petition. We could send 5,000 fucking pizzas to Tyson. When Scientology had a war with Wikipedia, which they did, an online war, okay? Julian Astrange's people and Scientology had an online war. And what they would do is they would send Scientology 50,000 pizzas. So, Domino's Pizzas would turn up at the door with lorry loads of pizzas for the people inside the Scientology building. All right, it all ended ugly. And they managed to get a load of evidence against Assange, who, by the way, I can't stand. And now he lives in the Colombian embassy because apparently, but really, he goes out the back door down the West End to a drinking man's Masons Club every night because he's definitely an insider. And he makes out that he's living in the embassy. And they brought up this case on him where they say he's apparently raped 2 Swedish girls or sexual assault back 10 years back. So what they've done is basically Scientology have used the system against him. Now, they've done this a lot. Now, Philip Hoffman, the actor, died recently. You know him?
Philip Hoffman?
Yeah.
No.
What is his name? Hoffman. He's like quite a large gentleman, blonde. Anyway, he died last year, they reckon. He starred, is one of his last roles, he played the Master, and he was loosely based on the leader of Scientology, Hubbard. Based on him, Hubbard. Yeah. But they didn't really use his name, but it was him. And they were so insulted by it that he, basically they said that he injected heroin and died of an overdose. But the guy was clean and not a user. It was rubbish. They done him. He was a murderer. So there's still been these internet battles going on over the years. That's one in particular. But with the flat earthers, I'm not saying do anything like that. I'm just saying there are things we can do to be get more attention, get more public. We're like a sleeping giant, yeah? I see a fucking YouTube yesterday with some girl putting eyeliner on like that, some little 16-year-old eyeliner in the mirror like that. That's like 500,000 hits. I thought, well, this is what people want to see. Nobody much is watching this shit. Only the people who were initially into conspiracy theories have come here. Initially, they wouldn't have bothered, would they?
Yeah, exactly.
It's only the people who have looked into 9/11, Sandy Hook, and all of these things, or Yeah, how many people have gone down the spiritual road to discover flat Earth? Many. By looking into YouTube, say looking at spirituality, they wouldn't have come across flat Earth because it's not linked with them. You see on the links. So
Yeah.
we've all gone down a similar road of discovery with this. I've noticed, and not many people. I've met some people who've contacted me who've been flat earthers for 20 years.
Is it? Wow.
Mr. Britain, because he's a man of the Bible and he believes the word of God, and the word of God is a flat plane. And so he's known that the moon landings were bullshit. That's not difficult to pull apart. So he's known it's been flat all that time. In a world full of people thinking they're on a globe, the way we feel now. Because me now with a sheepy is hard. I go into a supermarket and I feel like alien to them all. I always did, but now more so. When I look at them all and they feel like really lost souls, even though they all got money and nice cars in the business, they all seem really sad and lost and empty. You know, like none of them got really any emotion or any life as far as I can see.
Well,
now,
they seem a bit flat, don't they?
Yeah, flat.
Yeah.
Now, myself, right, financially, I'm zero, and I'm probably always will be. I'm not worried. I'm living on a couch, don't give a fuck. But I'm rich.
Yeah.
Because I go out there and I'm loved. You know, I got my family love me to bits. I got my people in the flat earth generally love.
Yep.
And, you know, I got that. So I'm rich in that sense.
Yeah.
In a spiritual sense, I'm very wealthy.
Definitely.
You can't put a price on that, Craig.
No, you can't. No way.
And the recognition of these people, you know, these people knowing them because of YouTube for who they are, and they're all like really, clever people and passionate people. Like, you know, I'll use Vancouver, BC as an example because I know he's quite passionate.
Yeah.
But you know, you feel you know these people through the YouTubes, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, you haven't met them in the physical sense, but you feel you know them. You know. And this is what it's been for us flat earthers. You know, we've connected through YouTubes and you feel you get to know people. You know, when David Little came here from Scotland, he was like, I feel like I know you. You're exactly the same on the videos as you are here now. Like, yeah. Obviously, what did you expect? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Me to act differently or something? Weird. I know, but it's how people think, you know, it's an outside perspective. Yeah. How we used to think about people on the telly. When they're really just normal people, like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But it is, I would never have dreamt on coming on YouTube. It was only Flat Earth that made me. Like all of us. I felt, hi Sibs, hi brother. I felt like I had no one to talk to, right, about Flat Earth. Yeah. No one. And I'd known about it for, you know, I'd gone through the staying up all night, researching all night. And I did the stage where I know it's definitely not a ball, okay? Yeah. And I had no one to talk to, yeah? So I thought, well, how am I going to get people to listen to me or talk to me? So I thought, well, I'll post Flat Earth British. And it came to me this one night, and I posted it.
Yeah.
And all that time, later, I haven't looked back. I know. I haven't looked back, have I?
Yeah, you're going from strength to strength. That's a good thing.
I've been involved in all the shit, though. I've been involved in all the dirty conspiracies right the way back to Daigadan. I was right in the middle of that.
Yeah.
All the way, right the way back. So that's helped. But for the same token, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah,
spiritually. When you're arguing these fucking people, I'm not doing it. I'm not engaging anymore.
I think the thing with Tiger Dan is that he got like too much of that stuff going on as well, so that's why he just quit.
I thought about him this morning. Wondering if he was a real. Like, I spoke to him a lot, and he was really nice. And I thought, well, if you are the real nice fella, and you thought, I've had enough of the way they all responded to him, because he didn't say it was actually not a globe. He didn't actually say it wasn't flat either. All he said is there may be in Antarctica. There's all this evidence on YouTube from his perspective and his attitude.
Yeah,
his experience, and you know, people got violent, threatening, nasty. And he packed it in from there. And who can fucking blame him? If he was a real bloke and it was all a real thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there is this thing, you know, he had only not that many thousands of subs. And then he got involved in this online debate with Russell Brand, believe it or not. And it shot his subs up to around the 24,000 mark.
Yeah.
Then there was only this thing when Russell Brand had the truce. If you remember the truce, did you follow that?
No, I don't really like him.
Well, I don't like him. No, I watched him, and I watched him right up to the end when he discovered flat Earth. I
Right.
reckon, and said I got to go away and think because he discovered flat Earth.
Yeah.
He's doing this blog in his room, right? And he's telling a pack of lies. He's a member of the Fabian Society. He's an insider. He's one of them. He's got 11 million bucks. He makes Hollywood films. He's one of them. So, and he is a definite member of the Fabian Society. And his wife, ex-wife, Katy Perry, are relatives of the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
Could it be more obvious? So, I appeared on his comments. I got attacked by his people. We know exactly who you are. Martin Litka, flat earth British. Don't come here again. I know, really nasty with me too. I had the same response off of David Icke's people. Either it was him or his people, but they were fucking nasty as hell. We know who you are. You can fuck off with that agenda. All that to me. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Russell Brand. So he packs in the truth. He had 1 million subscribers talking a pack of shit in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Nothing. All he was doing was exposing the finance scam, right? Which every single one of us know by heart here.
Yeah.
Every one of us could tell you exactly what's going on with the Federal Reserve by heart. But we don't make vlogs and get 1 million subs. The guy was just, using the youth, really, appealing to young girls because of his looks. And, he bangs on about his drug addiction. Like, I was an ex-drug addict, heroin addict, blah, 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 blah. And he uses that as a part of his character and his act that he's putting out. I think that's disgusting. I do. I don't think it's in a positive sense at all. I think you should leave that out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you?
Well, he's meant to be talking about the truth, and
yeah,
flat Earth is the truth.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's why he packed it in. He had 1 million subs. Can you imagine the revenue from 1 million subs? But no, he says, I'm going to pack it in. I need to go away and have a think a little bit. His last post was on the 23rd of August last year, when most of us were good and flat Earth by then. He was on YouTube looking at the same sites as us. He knew. He's gone away and he knows his flat Earth. He knows what's going on. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he was the one that came out with the government fake narrative to destroy this, if it was him. Because he'd be the type of guy that people would take it from. If Russell Brand came out and said, like David Icke came out, but he can't, and said it's flat Earth, because David Icke can't, because he would have to backtrack on his 50 previous books, which I've got most of, which are all based on non-existent space. So he can't do that. He can't backtrack. Plus, he's pretty much, I think, a Mason. Plus, I know his son, who got the band, what's his name? Can't remember now. One of my friends went on his comments, got threatened by him. And that was just his son. So, he's threatening, and this is not a guy on the light side, it's a guy on the dark side. So, I feel that it's not going to stop with B.O.B., okay? Why have it stopped with B.O.B.?
Yeah.
He has got all, he's a multi-award winning musician, so he's got all them followers. They're all listening to his music like Under the Dome and all them tracks. So they realise in flat Earth, right? So where is the 100 Monkeys effect from that? No, John LeBon's making us, oh God, not again. Crashed.
Have you crashed? Yeah, Martin's crashed again. It's because we're talking about this kind of stuff, I reckon. People, the powers that be, don't like that sort of thing, do they? But the truth is the truth. We've got to get out there and reach the people. Earlier on today, I posted a video today, this morning. Well, I think it was about 1 o'clock or something like that. And as soon as I was uploading it onto YouTube, my internet just went. So I had to wait for it to come back. It's crazy. And from what Martin was saying, God, every time you mention God or something in one of your videos or whatever, the devil attacks. He sends his minions in to, try and stop us. But, you know, we can't be stopped. We're a force to be reckoned with. We know the truth. We believe in the truth. And the truth is there. I don't know. I think, you know, sometimes we should send links as well to other people on other videos on YouTube. Not on the flat earth, but, you know, people do videos about makeup and, you know, other stuff like that. Just like leave a link in their comments. And obviously they might pick it up and have a look and watch it and go, oh, let me go and have a look. End up becoming a flat earther, really. And that's something that's what we want, really, for all those people to be aware. You know, stop this lie going on. Because one day it will happen. It might just take one person or a few people or thousands of people or even millions. I don't know, though. What do you guys think? I think it's very possible. If you want something bad enough, you can get it, can't you? It's just one of them things. Yep, I think he's coming back. There he is. Hello.
And the whole world and its cousins on the internet. They're not in work, are they?
Yeah.
Songs of Praise is on, and they got this woman playing the piano. Americans won't know this, but guys, in chat, we have a program in England called Songs of Praise, and it's a religious program. The reason I want to show you this is check out the floor, okay, on the television.
Yeah, the Masonic floor.
Checkered floor.
Yeah.
Masonic stinks, and that's just on a church program on the BBC. They cannot help themselves. They just can't. Sorry about crashing out. I talked most of your show anyway.
That's all right.
That was pretty much. It won't be much of a show with empty space. What you find is what kills shows is pregnant pauses.
Yeah.
Empty space, waiting to think what to say and stuff. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't suffer with this, which is probably why I do so well in some shows now. So, Globebusters or chat tonight? Which one do I do? What a predicament! I have to get Skype back up and running. It's been off for a week, and I've been literally cut off from all my friends for a week. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I've left you a few things on.
I'll have to get. I know it sounds nuts. I just haven't had the time, but I need the time. I'm going to take one day out to organise my files and try and get myself into, a set thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a bit. I got OCD and I like everything in order, Craig.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
You like my wife? She likes everything in order.
Is she? Yeah. Oh, well, I got a place for everything, and if it's not in that place, I'm in a bit of a 2 and 8.
Yeah, just like her.
I'm like, oh my god. Do you know what? If I lose my glasses, I panic because I can't see, and I'll panic. Where the hell are my glasses? And now, do you know where they'll be? On my head by you. Yeah. And I'll be searching the house. Where's my glasses? And they're on my head. Yeah. I always do it. And I'm terrible for losing stuff. Stuff goes missing in this house, and it's never seen again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a really small house. I'm sure there's a wormhole where things go missing. Do you know about the Philadelphia experiment?
It sounds familiar. You'll have to.
Want me to tell you about it?
Yeah, please.
Right. Now, it's to do with time travel. Now,
well, yeah.
It's very interesting, but following World War II, they started doing experiments. Now, what happened? There was this American battleship called the USS Eldridge. Yeah. And it turns out that when they were working on them, welders using high-energy arc welding equipment would find that their spanners and their monkey wrenches would disappear and reappear on other parts of the ship. Okay. Oh, yep. So they got scientists in, Nikola Tesla, okay, to work out what was going on. And what was happening, they were reaching at such a high resonance of frequency that they were managing to, well, I'm not saying there's space-time because there's neither space nor time, but the fabric of the ether they managed to interact with. So they advanced upon the technology, and they put this machine that they built inside the Eldridge. So the day of its test, they have all sailors on board, all the scientists are on the quayside in Norfolk Harbor, Virginia. No, the Philadelphia Harbor. So basically, they switch it on. A green luminous fog appears around the battleship. She hovers and she disappears completely.
Okay.
It appears an instant later in Norfolk Harbor, Virginia.
Yeah.
In Norfolk, Virginia, it appears in front of thousands of people's eyes. It appears. So it disappears in front of witnesses. It reappears in front of witnesses. Now, what happens in the meantime? Now, when this thing, the ship, the Eldridge, was in hyperspace, a couple of sailors fell off.
Okay.
And they ended up in another time. Basically, they came and they fell onto the plane at a date in the future where it made no sense to them. These men will you be able to see on YouTube. Basically, just look into the Philadelphia experiment. These guys, they sound a bit out there, but they've been in this business of explaining the future, if you like. They went to the future 2021, so 1,000 years ahead of us from now. But I'm trying to think of his name, Bashano. No, yeah, something like that. Anyway, so they fell off, but other sailors were literally melded into the metal. And what I mean by that is where the atoms in their bodies came apart and went back together during the time in hyperspace, they literally had half their arms into the bulkheads, steel bulkheads. They were screaming. And, half their bodies were in the bulkheads, half out, still alive. Some people were completely unaffected. Some people went completely insane and were institutionalized. Other people had happenings where they were in nightclubs or bars years after with their wives, and they would literally fade in and out of reality. They would literally, disappear and then come back again. And it was witnessed by so many people. These phenomena lasted for years and years after. Now, it could be all bullshit coming from them. There could be an atom of a reality in it. Time travel could be a reality. Now, this guy reckons he went back in time, and he shows you a photograph of the Gettysburg Address. Now, you know about the Gettysburg Address, where President Lincoln is talking about, he's doing this most famous address ever. It's really beautiful, the words he says about the equality of man. And there's this little boy in the foreground, and he will tell you, this guy, that this is him, basically gone through time. Now, so that happened. Now, there's also Montauk Project. Are you aware of this?
No.
Right. Now, there's a place in New York State, in upper New York, in upper Rhode Island, or upper Long Island, called Montauk Point.
Right.
And there is a station there today with a giant radar tower called Montauk Point Station. And the story goes is when the supposed UFO crashed at Roswell, apparently they took a chair out of it. Now, this chair they took to this place in Montauk. Now, the chair, Montauk chair. Look that up on YouTube. It's interesting. Now, the idea behind this chair was you used the power of quantum manifestation, or basically the power of self-realization, the power of what we know we are, okay, in the chair, and you link up with eternity using your mind and your heart, which is what they entities were apparently doing, to work the mechanism of the said spaceship to travel in time. Now, apparently, the government kidnapped millions of people to try them in the Montauk chair. But mostly, they said, young boys of around 14 years of age were most useful to this Montauk chair. Now, they say, one of the people who come forward and said he was a member of the Montauk Project was literally the actor Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker, says that he's one of the Montauk boys. That's what they call the Montauk boys. He says he was abducted. They take you from your bedroom to around 14. They try you in this chair in front of all these telly screens, and they try and see if you have this necessary psychic ability to be able to work their goddamn chair. Now, some people have. There's been one or two people, apparently, that have been able to use this chair, and mess with the fibre of space and time. But there is no space, there is no time. I just haven't got another word for eternity, except eternity. And so if there's any reality into any of that, then they're playing with time. If there's any reality and they're playing with time, then they're in the future. They're coming back. They could be playing with us now. Now, where are we at with computers and virtual reality is the threshold. If they have got quantum computers, which means doing computations in another dimension, which means terabytes and terabytes of vast amounts of information that can be compulated in split seconds. Using what they use a cesium atom, and they will flip it up, flip it down. And when it's flipped up, it's on. And when it's flipped down, it's off. That's all you will get. It's binary, it's zeros and ones, on and off. That's all it is in computers, is switches. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. But it's until, you know, a capacitor's the same. Until an incredibly high rate, you get this data. So it switches. So it works for the same, okay? A cesium atom, flip up, flip down. Well, but because it's done in a quantum realm where it's all wave function and quantum possibilities, that means it gives them, us, in the near future, the ability to do, God, I don't even want to think. The computations they will be able to do. If they are doing it, and I think they are, I think they got them in soon. If they have got them, they got them there. And they're doing these computations. Now, imagine that we're 1,000 years in the future, or 100 years. We'll go just 100. Considering we were all on horseback 100 years ago to where we are now. I'll just go 100 years. Now imagine that they've got virtual reality to such an extent that you put it on and you can't tell that virtual reality apart from everyday life. This is solid. This is real. Sex is real. Eating's real. Drinking's real. Everything is the same. It's undistinguishable from real life. Yet it's virtual reality. So they can do that. They can not far off it now. So they can do it when they instill a number of injections to go with the program to give you the enhancement. We release DMT and other chemicals in the body to enhance and make this experience more realistic. They can do it, and they will do it. Now, if they can do that in 100 years, then there is no reason to presume. There is a thesis put forward by a famous professor called from Denmark called Bokstrop, right? Yeah. And he'll propose that we're all living inside the computer simulation of the future. Yeah. And the writers of the program, or the architect of the program, God, whatever, will play with the characters in the program. Now, you've got certain people, imagine it is a Sims game. And you've got certain characters in the Sims game. So you could think of it from the context of the gods in the film Jason and the Argonauts, and they're looking in the pool of water, and the gods Zeus and Apollo, and they're looking down and they're seeing poor old Jason and thinking how they can play with his reality. They're not to interfere with mortal man, but they can assist or guide by sending a helper. But this is actually how reality really works. So in a loosely based sense. So they're helping, you know, Jason or whatever, you know, Greek hero in Greek mythology, from an overview. Now, you can use that same context in a computer simulation. You can think of the guy who's writing the program as an overviewer. You can think of consciousness as the software. And you can think of us as the hardware. Yeah. If you think of it to that context, then all atoms are bits of information. And then you think of it and you think, oh shit, it actually all works. It actually all fits, that this could be a very enhanced computer simulation. Now, there are professors that have come out of places like Caltech that said deeply encoded within the math of superstring theory, they find math that proves that we are a computer-generated simulation. Now, you can't believe them, but science is showing us that they're saying in superstring theory that there is evidence to say that this is some sort of highly advanced generated simulation. Yeah. So I believe that this is the case, but You got to forget, like I'm thinking simulation, this computer, we're thinking in that. You got to forget that because we don't understand technologies of 1,000 years. The same as a man on a horseback in the 1880s would never be able to understand the World Wide Web.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, that's why I'm here, Mum. My mother said I haven't heard him speak yet.
Yes, that's all right.
Yeah. If I be quiet, it'll all go quiet, Mum. They are opera singers on the telly trade. What time are we gonna call it? Call the end of the show anyway. I just need to know.
Give it to.
We're on 5:30 now, bro.
Yeah, give it to 45.
Okay, boy, that sounds sweet as a nut. Thank you for inviting me. It's been. We want to do this. We'll have one-on-ones. I want to get Rory McPhee on. I do, because he's valuable and lovely. I want to get him on. Everyone, really. You do it too. Everyone do it.
Yeah.
One-on-ones, and then get our feelings felt and shared, because there's people in this, right, that are valuable. We're all as special as one another, right? Whether you've got one sub or whether like 900, right? I feel that I would do exactly the same now if I had one, and I swear to God I would.
Yeah.
Because if you look back to my first videos, I was putting in as much effort then as I am now. It hasn't changed. Yeah. I haven't changed, and I won't. But so nobody is more important than one another. Everyone's is equally as important, because that's their mentality. Remember, we are all as special as one another.
Yeah.
All as beautiful as one another. And what we got to do is learn to enjoy the moment for the miraculous miracle that it is. Definitely. And love our wives and our kids and look after all the people in our community who are there, because that's all we got. Don't worry about them all the way over there, because we can think about them, but we can't touch them. Not in Ethiopia or where they're starving. We can share and pray for them, but we can't help them. So what we can do is we can help our immediate community by being happy, sharing our experience, I share my beliefs for flat Earth. I'm falling flat on my face sometimes. My next door neighbour yesterday was saying, "How can you be so fucking stupid?" Yeah. What? Prove you're a globe. Prove we're on a globe. Well, he can't, can he?
Well, exactly.
Because you have to pull a book out, or you have to switch the telly on to prove it, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't do it with your own eyes sitting there. It's not possible.
Yeah.
But it's possible to think, hang on, we're not moving. Don't feel like I'm going to breakneck speed. And hang on, I'll just look out the windows. Right, so which way's the planet supposed to be moving again? Oh, right, east to west. Right. Well, why are all them clouds all going in a easterly direction, the other way the planet's moving there? You know, I could bring these little things up and people will sit and think, oh, well, it's just the way the weather patterns work, Martin. Well, really? So we're moving at 1,000 miles an hour, 63,000 miles an hour, 500,000 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour, and 225, 500,000 miles an hour, respectively, and God knows what else added on top. So speeds we can't imagine, right here, right now, and on a day, a summer's day, a gnat will take off because there's no gravity, and a gentle breeze will touch you on the cheek. Yeah, where they can say that all of that can go down to the Coriolis effect. It's so loosely based that how can that the atmosphere just encompass all our explanation for why, for our immediate eyes and our sensations, that it appears that we're static, and it appears that it's flat, and it appears that the sun and moon are really close by, and they don't look 63. The sun, every time I look at it now, I can instinctively tell it's close, can't you? You got that now?
Yeah.
Once you're a flat earther, that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I know, it's not uncanny. And you know, we've all had, like, early on, I had days where I sit and I think to myself, you must be nuts to think this. How could you think it? And you would argue with yourself, the psyche. But then when you sat and you really dig down into your soul and you asked your higher self, who never lies, never lies, because it's divine, what's really going on? Am I wrong? And then when it comes through crystal clear that there's a global line. There's no globe. There never has been. There never has been.
That's right.
It was the most cunningest. But What happened, I believe, Craig, the point we're at now is, I believe that they got savvy to the fact that the internet is so clever now, right? And the people in the hive mind, that their weak-ass globe is going to fall through.
Yeah.
Because we dug. And it have. The globe is dead. People know it's not possible. It's dead. Millions will argue, but we know that it's dead. Flat earthers know that the globe is dead. But what they managed to do is hold on to it for 500 years using the Spanish Inquisition, the religion, the indoctrination of education, but all that's falling apart because of the internet. So they had to try to take control of it, but I feel they knew it was going to come out because they knew that we were going to get savvy to it or clever to it. So they thought, well, we'll beat them to it and we'll put out the undeniable evidences so they can run with it. And basically, we can put it into one nice little package where they can keep chasing their tails for the next 10, 15 years and won't get absolutely anywhere, which is where we need to think to ourselves, right, we need to start thinking outside the box. Not, oh, that's not possible, because that's not what reality dictates, because that's fucking us. I'm telling you now, that's what's fucking us. I have seen things in reality that is not what they're saying is happening. There is stuff in reality. They're lying about it all. And I'm telling you, reality is what we make it. If we want to change the world, all of us, we just link our minds and we make it happen. For the better. We can do it.
Yeah, it's very possible indeed.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about no violent revolution or all the worldwide banks crashing so everyone got a fucking stab. That doesn't need to happen. All people got to do is wake up self-realized. Wake up knowing that they're a spirit living in a body. It's divine. God is here. It's a creation. And all is fine.
Yeah, exactly. Simple.
And stop killing the planet. Stop pretending. Stop cheming. Stop poisoning. Give us our water back. Stop injecting our children. Stop giving them the slow kill with the poison foods. All of it got to stop.
Yeah.
But back to how we were with the foods 100 years ago. Organic produce. Grow it in your garden. Give us allotments. Give us ground. You're driving through countryside. There's fields either side. Wilderness, peoples, farms. We can't use it. It's inaccessible to us. They've taken us off the farms and they've put us in fucking cities. We can't even, in tower blocks. We can't garden. We can't keep ourselves going. We can't go to the woods and get a log for our fire. They have got us right there. And that's where they got worse for the future. They're having mega cities like Judge Dredd, where it's completely closed down and everything's on camera in your house. And, you know, in your own house, this is in a few years. In my own house, and I'll be breaking the law, they'll come through the door. You're not allowed to smoke in your own home. I'll be next. They're on about it now. I'm in a council house. They're saying you can't smoke in a council house. It's our property. You won't be allowed to. Well, you'll have to come and police that, I'm afraid. And the only way they can police that is put a camera in my house. Oh, fuck. There is one. There's one there looking at me. There's one there. There's one on my tablet. There's one on my telly. And 4 looking at me at my phone. 5 right now.
Yeah.
Not difficult for them to do. And don't think for a second they can't switch them on from where they want to be, because they can.
Of course, definitely.
They've admitted it. Well, you know, with Edward Snowden. It's not hidden from us, is it?
That's right. It's everywhere.
But we're getting savvy to it. But what it is, Craig, is what's coming alarming to us, my friend, is when you really go down the rabbit hole quite deep, and I know you have now, it's not only is it alarming and it's scary what they've done, and not fear. Nobody fear ever. Nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear is their scam.
That's right.
Don't fear. Never fear. There's nothing to fear. You know, what you got to fear is death. You know, you all got to take that on yourselves. So, you know, if you've got to fear that, right, there is nothing more than that to fear. So don't worry about it. You haven't got to worry about death, because that's a skank. That's a rip-off. Doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Not in the way they tell us. Because we're an energy, you see. And energy cannot be killed. It cannot be extinguished. That spark, that divine entity, the seer The one that sees, that's in you, the driver of the machine, the man in the machine, that entity, whatever it is, the consciousness, and they don't know what's going on. See, this is what it is, Craig. They say we believe them. They don't know how reality works. They don't even know how life existed, how it came about. You know, they'll say we came out of a fucking a sludge pool, became into a lungfish, went onto the land, sprung legs, turned into a hairy monkey, and then turned into a man.
Yeah.
With zero evidence to prove so.
That's right.
You know, and everyone runs with that. And the word theory, you know, have a look at the definition of the word theory. And
exactly.
While you're at it, have a look at the definition of the word belief. And then come back and have an argument with me. Because people are using words they don't know the meaning of.
That's right.
And they're using them in arguments and they haven't defined them.
Yeah.
I won't lie, there's a lot of words I've used I haven't defined myself properly, Craig.
Yeah.
You know, I really didn't realise what belief actually meant. It's three different explanations for belief, and every one of them just spell it out. Okay, scientism is nothing more than a belief system.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
But this is a belief system, and it means different things to different people. But like I said before, there's power in this book.
Yeah, there is.
There's power in a lot of religious texts. I feel power in the Bhagavad Gita. I've had that book in my hand. My friend said to me in an arcade in the city centre, he said, "Oh my God." I said, "What?" He said, "Touch that." And he passed me the book, a Bhagavad Gita. The book was vibrating in my hand.
Yeah.
It had his own energy. It was shaking. It was vibrating.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, it's like it had an engine in it, like a motor in it. So
I'll tell you something, Martin. There was a fire in my house one day. I wasn't in the house, but I had a Bible in the bedroom where the fire started. Everything got destroyed apart from the Bible.
No way.
No, true.
Where were you? How were you safe? You were out of the home?
No, I was staying at my mum's house that night.
Oh, Lula. Thank
Yeah.
God for that, mate.
But yeah,
was it gutted then? You lost it all?
No, it was only the bedroom, but the Bible survived. Do you know what I mean?
Were the pages intact?
Everything. Even after the firemen had gone there and put water everywhere, the book wasn't touched.
You find this with that spontaneous human combustion, don't you? When people explode, and then all is seemingly left, nothing could be damaged next to them or around them, and the slippers will still be there, and the Bible next to them will still be intact, and everything else they'll be completely gone.
That's right. It's weird.
Yeah, there's a few different theories. We got these things called pyrons. Apparently, they say it could be a self-destruct mechanism all humans have, where where we can like literally blow ourselves up if we require.
Yeah,
isn't that interesting?
It is, definitely. Giving yourself the power to destroy yourself. It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, look, you know, there's so much we don't know about reality. Look, with the flat Earth, right? It's a new day, so we can start afresh with our discoveries and our finding out. We're like children with discovering, and it's really exciting and it's brilliant, and people are saying it's going nowhere. I feel it's going. Why do I feel like the opposite? Why do I feel like it's going to go from strength to strength? John the Bomb said that there's only we're overestimating, or Bob is overestimating the amount of people that are into flat Earth. Well, I've had 20 people contact me from my own city, right, and 2 in the last 3 days. Now, a load of them have told me that, say 5 of them say, they've contacted the dozen mates of their own. Okay?
Yeah.
So, who are also flat earthers. This is just in my own town. So, if that's in every town, in every country, in the West, then that's a lot of people, Craig.
It is, definitely.
No denying it. I don't doubt that this is bigger than what we think. Because people are scared to say about it because of the ridicule. Because obviously you're fucking stupid if you mention it. Yeah. The funny thing is everybody knows that all the people who are into flat Earth are not a oneer. It's weird, isn't it, Craig?
It's true.
None of them. I know.
Well, I think That's our time, Martin.
Oh, listen, it's been awesome. Great way to spend a Sunday afternoon, by the way.
Yeah,
I didn't get my dinner, but I had paella. My mother done me paella.
cool.
I do like paella. It's
Yeah.
yeah, with shellfish. Now, listen, can I just thank all of them in chat, Craig?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Listen, all you guys in chat, thanks very much, guys. God bless you all. And I am doing a Flat Earth British this week. Craig, you'll be welcome, yeah?
Cool, lovely.
Yeah, there's one coming up very soon. Loads of good, juicy content I'll be working on. See that, Foiler? I'll catch up with you now in a minute, brother, right? And I got something going on tonight. I think I may be on live on Aces if it's going through his channel, but it might be through William the Conqueror's channel. I don't know. But hi, Nick. Negatrix is here, but he's my mate. So hi, Nick. And Mr. Lord Christ, who's also a sort of mate, and is also so. Hi, God love to you all, and peace out.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching and all that. God bless you all.
And spread the love, guys.
Yeah.
You can. Be nice to your brothers and your sisters and your basically your neighbours. Yeah, just be good to everyone around you if you can. That's all I can say. Okay.
Exactly.
And try and help people if you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Selfless service is what we're here for, guys. To help one another if you can.
Exactly.
Okay. God bless you all, guys. Thanks very much. Love you all.
All right, then, Martin. I'll see you later, fella.
I'll speak to you later, Craig. Anyway, all right. Always do. I'm going to watch some vids now and catch up. I think.
Cool.
But guys, spread the love. God is shit, literally. Bye, guys.
All right, see you later, Martin.
See you later, dudes.
Bye.
Happy days.